trying to show y'all my whole dartboard and shit. Let me make my PB and J. Hold on, let me turn this way in case somebody come down the stairs. Let me go this way. Somebody might walk down the steps, and I only want y'all to see their toe. Nah, I'm just bullshit. Is my phone on? I'm making me a PB and J. Dang, I forgot to bring my banana down, man. My banana and my honey. Good morning to y'all. How y'all doing this morning? Christmas has come early. We got Eddie Jordan and we got Gilbert Arenas on the same video. This has never happened before in history, guys, that a coach for an organization and a all-star in the NBA, we got audio of both of them about a situation, about a bus. I must be the most important bus in the history of bus. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna go down as the most important bus in the history of bus. Because this has never happened before, guys. An all-star, 3-time all-star of an NBA scores 60 on Kobe. Scores 60 on Kobe, for real, like a 61 joint. And like all of them was on Kobe. Like Kobe never, every basket was on Kobe. None of it was on Smush Parker. Like every shot, like Kobe hand was just right there. And like Gil just was like, fuck you, Kobe. Like every shot, a guy like that. And they're talking about a bust like me. So I'm flattered. So Gilbert Arenas took the time to respond to my live. Breakfast of Champions, y'all. I don't know where my banana is. I think I left it upstairs. My second one, I have my banana and honey on it. But this one, America was built on peanut butter and jelly. You know how many working men ate peanut butter and goddamn jelly and then build your house? Yeah, America was built on peanut butter and jelly. What is that I'm sliding on? So I said, man, there's something about me. They have to keep talking about this old bus. Why do so many people have to keep talking about this wily old bus? What is it about me in particular? And I said, damn, I'm everything they not. I'm the truth. And I call niggas out when they full of shit. And so, Gil, you kind of told on yourself, Gil. You're only responding to me, Gil. You're starting to make this whole jealousy thing that you're talking about. You know how you say I'm jealous of you. You're starting to make this shit look one-sided, Gil. Because you know what, Gil? Etan said that Ernie Grunfeld allowed you to do anything you wanted to do. Antoine Jameson allegedly told Coach Eddie Jordan, I wonder if Eddie Grunfeld wouldn't have let Gilbert just do anything he wanted. Y'all had a hell of a team. This is your captain of your team saying this. 2 captains of your team. Etan was the captain, per Eddie Jordan. All that mumbo jumbo you came to YouTube talking about it was Stackhouse team, and then it came my team, and I was the leader of the team. That ain't what Coach Eddie Jordan said. He said Etan was the leader. He said Antoine Jameson was the leader, and Karan Butler. Your name didn't come up. Kind of like the meetings you having today in the businesses that you got going on, that you say you the owner, and then they make all the decisions and your name never come up when it's time to make a decision or sign a check. Yeah, you kind of got the same stupid shit going on now. See, I told y'all, Gilbert had a white zaddy way back then. Gilbert is going to always have a white zaddy. Ernie Grunfeld paid him, but Ernie Grunfeld was his zaddy. Gilbert used to wear these, drive the 760 Mercedes. You know, he always got to go one above. I had the 745. He come down with the 760. And he come down and he don't, in DC, you cannot ride on DC streets without tags. I don't give a fuck who you is, unless you're Michael Jordan. Gilbert heard that Michael Jordan was able to ride around DC with no tags. Gilbert is such a, I don't want to say competitor. He's such a egotistical maniac that he feels like he's on the status with other people. He looks at what other people have done in life and he copies exactly what they do. He's literally the guy from Italian Job. That peanut butter, goddamn, oh Lord. He has no imagination. And so he heard that Michael Jordan was able to ride around DC and he doesn't have to wear his tags on his car and he can get away with it. Everybody else they pull over. But Gilbert is so childish in the mind, he doesn't understand why MJ was able to do that. And it was only for a short period of time because when MJ get a new car, he was able to ride with DC with no plates because he owns car dealerships all over the world. So he has dealer tags. You're able to drive with dealer tags if you own a car dealership. So Gilbert didn't know that. He was just trying to copy some shit that he seen somebody else do because he thought it was from status. So the police in DC, they don't play that shit. So Gilbert was mouthing off with the police. And Ernie Grunfeld, I didn't know this till today. I didn't know how the hell Ernie Grunfeld was able to get Gilbert Arenas off of so much shit that he did in DC. But apparently, Gilbert been in the go-along, get-along gang for a long time. Apparently, Ernie Grunfeld is best friends with one of the, at the time, police, some sort of law enforcement in DC. So Ernie Grunfeld owns a clothing store in DC with Mitch Kupchak for the Los Angeles Lakers. See how you connect the dots with this go-along, get-along gang shit? And then with me speaking on the internet and things are getting revealed, you're starting to see pieces to a puzzle that all they do is connect themselves to entities that protect other entities. And I don't belong to any group. So, of course, they're going to allow people to talk about me dirty. Of course, they're going to allow Gilbert to say piss in my throat. Of course, they're going to say all kind of bullshit and try to ruin my name. But one thing they can't say is that I'm lying. But apparently, Eddie Grunfeld was cool with a lot of the law enforcement in DC. And so, you know, because he worked, he owned a clothing store, like I said. I forgot what the name of that clothing store was, but they sell it to us Negroes. It's an urban like t-shirt shop that they sell the Negroes. They like one of the main stores in DC. I think they got like 4 of them. So when white boys selling you niggas clothes, and they get mad at me because I just tell the truth. So, Gilbert, but you're going to expose yourself because here's what you should have done. You should have not said anything. You know why? You said something to me. And every time I say something about anything, you notice what you do, Gil? You always say something to me. What is it about me that you keep saying something to me? Gilbert Arenas didn't say anything to Etan Thomas. He didn't say anything to Eddie Jordan. He didn't say anything to Antoine Jameson. And all of them know that he fucked up the Washington Wizards team. See, this redemption story that Gilbert Arenas is trying to have about how he was such a great guy, the reason why Gilbert couldn't be the leader of the team is because he's a dumb son of a bitch. And when I said that before, people thought I was hating because of my career. it don't got shit to do with my career. He's literally a dumb son bitch. And it's documented evidence in stages in Gilbert Arenas' life. The only reason why this guy is even in the room is because he got a wicked jump shot. That's it, bar none. He's an idiot, a jackass. He's a teller. He don't know how to be a man. He's just a fucking idiot. But he got a wicked jump shot and a crossover. Anything else other than that, it's just like, what? He like a goofy ass, big ass kid. So he can't be the leader of a team because he too busy driving Swaggy P through goddamn car washes like a fucking kid. So Mr. Arenas, if you're going to try to judge me, if you're going to try to judge what I can say about basketball based on the way I played it, which is fucking stupid, because Stephen A is your daddy, and you got Skip Bayless in your basement, and he's talking about football and basketball, two things he can't do at all. So that defeats that argument, so I won't argue about that. And what else? If we're going to base things that we talk about based on what somebody do, then I have every right to call you a dumb son bitch because of what you said at rookie transitional camp, because you brought guns in the locker room, because you just always fuck up. Then you said something that was so stupid. I'm going to play it in a minute. I'm going to have to put an overlay up because I believe you're going to flag me after this. But you say things that are so fucking stupid, man. It just don't make no sense. You lucky you can shoot, boy. I mean, you one of them niggas that without basketball literally saved your life. Like me, you could tell I got charisma. I'm tall. I mean, at the very least, I've been getting taken care of by a very smart woman. And then we'd have raised about 2-3 children. You know, I was always going to succeed. Hell, in high school, I got most likely to succeed. So, drop me anywhere, I'm gonna succeed, Gil, because that's just where my mind works. You know what I mean? Yours, not so much, you copycat ass nigga. But without basketball, boy, good nigga gracious. I was in the newspaper building shit. I'm holding up a little stick building shit when I was 14, 15. So Gil, I was gonna make it either way. Failure is not an option for a nigga like me. And that's what you kind of don't like. And yeah. With me, failure is not an option. Wherever you think I end up on the spectrum, independent, wily nigga is gonna be me. I want that to be on my tombstone. Negro, not nigga. Independent, wily Negro. You know, I get to show my kids an example that I run shit for real. And I take the good and the bad what come with it. I don't dip out like you was taught. You know, you only lose. You let people lose by themselves. When we winning, we winning. When we losing, I'm losing with you. Unlike you. But let's no, I ain't gonna get flagged because I'm gonna put an overlay up. I gotta put an overlay up with him. I'm gonna still try to let y'all see me for the most of this, because maybe I'll put that mop water up. Maybe I'll put that mop water up and see if I can hide his video behind that mop water so I don't get flagged. Because I want y'all to see my reaction to this dumb shit this boy's saying. Because it is hilarious for some of the shit that I heard. And I'm just trying to figure out, is he going to respond to Etan saying that Ernie Grunfeld let him do a lot of stuff that people would not believe that he did? Because that's the same shit I said. Is he going to respond to Etan? Well, I got a slide to get more in the camera. There we go. Is he going to respond to Etan? Is he going to respond to Anton Jameson allegedly telling the coach that he mad that Ernie Grunfeld let Gilbert fuck up the team? Is he going to respond to any of his teammates, or is he just going to respond to Kwame Bryant? Because he can keep his little bullshit going so he can keep his TV show. I keep the lights on, Gil. I keep the lights on, boy. You think you so good You had such a storied career and you just fucked up a franchise. That's all you did. Went to Orlando and got booted out. You ain't getting no goddamn LeBron walk off. You got kicked out. That nigga amnestied you. Damn. But let's get you got amnesty, nigga. Kobe ain't never get amnesty. I don't even know why you talk about Kobe all the time. You a nigga that got amnesty, nigga. You no wonder you hang with the likes of Tracy McGrady. Bad back, soft ass nigga, and a nigga like you that got amnestied out the league for playing too goddamn much. I wonder what you and Dwight Howard were doing down there, boy. Y'all two together. Slung your dumb ass right out the league. But let's hear what he was saying. So he only want to respond to me. I'm gonna have some fun with this one. Let me put the music on. Hey Gil, don't flag me now. I got that mop water up now. This is not your original content. We're going under fair use. We're gonna speed it up, and I'm just gonna give my commentary. No heat, no judgment.
Right, it was mostly catch and shoot guys that really didn't, that really didn't put the ball on like the Glenn Rices and Tony Kukoc, both guys like that. When he came in with that shifty ass crossover, he was nice, but he don't compare to they can shoot past 17 feet. How did Pippen handle Gil? It was enough to get by. It was enough to get by. Let's not talk about. Don't pretend that they had handles like that. Everything has evolved, man.
Everything didn't evolve. They just started doing drop and fucking plug. I can show y'all defense back in the day and how hard it was to score and how they made you work for a basket to now in today's NBA and even in Gil's NBA, a 6'3" quick guy, they're dropping and plugging on a guy. These guys wouldn't have even been able to score back in the day. And that's why so many old school players, they love my content because I tell the truth. I keep it real. I was in both areas. And when they started that freedom of movement shit, I'm like, what the? I got to let you walk right here to your sweet spot. Imagine letting Tim Duncan, a guy that done mastered angles and shit. This mother, he get to a certain spot. It's just an angle. He don't even see you. It's just computer generated angle bucket. You'd be like, God damn it, referee, I got to root this big sucker away from this spot. If he get here, it's an automatic bucket. So you got to let Tim Duncan go there. You're like, oh, shit, okay. Now I can play defense. And you're like, oh, damn it, he scored again. Like, who came up with these dumbass rules? Everybody complain about these rules. But now Gilbert Arenas wants to make it seem like that's a better skilled player because we got to let you move around the floor and we're dropping and plugging and letting a 6'3" guard or guards that can shoot and dribble all fast, we're letting them get downhill into our paint with a big doofus standing there like, do I go back to my man or what do I do? What do I do? You got to trap the goddamn ball. Let us see y'all play a season trapping the goddamn ball. And guess what'll happen? Pop hamstrings, pop Achilles, soul backs. You niggas will be load managing all over the league because you're not in shape. Half of you niggas come partying and drinking all day at the club like you motherfucking rappers. Half you niggas toting a pistol. NBA dumb boy messed up again. And Gil, in this video, you such a Italian job thinking bitch. You literally are gonna say NBA dumb boy. Something that I may go viral talking about John Morant. You're gonna use it to refer to me. You're gonna prove everything I say, Gil. You shouldn't even talk to a nigga like me. I know you dumb. And that's why I think you always respond to me. It burns you up. I'm the only nigga that reject you. Your basketball career and how good you shoot, I'm not impressed by it. So it's not gonna get you in the room with me. It makes me reject you because you a dummy. And that basketball ain't gonna save you. So guys like you, narcissistic fuckers like you, y'all gotta attack guys like me because I'm not impressed. You can talk about your Bugatti, I'm not impressed. Nothing about you I'm impressed about. And you keep trying to show me you should like me because of this. You should like me because of my studio. I don't like none of that shit, nigga. Because you in it. Stupid motherfucker, you.
Was Kwame trying to go viral? I've heard of NBA Youngboy U, NBA Dumb Boys. Like, I just don't like the ideal of what he does. Like, this nigga was one of the worst niggas when he played in the NBA. Like, just look up his LA.
No, Gilbert, that is actually, this is why everybody know it's personal with you, Gilbert, because you'll say, oh, don't talk about Bronny, Kwame. And you'll say, from Cuban to black man, because everybody think you black, but you Cuban. From Cuban to black man, you'll say, I'm one of the worst niggas, right? But when I say Bronny is the worst NBA bust in the history of NBA busts, you'll get mad. Bronny is averaging 0 points in the NBA right now. And you say, I'm the worst? Did you see his last game against Miami? Where you just standing there in the corner and shooting bricks at the rim? So it's personal, Gil. You got to get that Keisha. You got to clean that Keisha. Wipe from front to back. Don't wipe from back to front. You're going to get shit up in there, Gil. And that's what you letting happen. You getting shit up in your Keisha. You got to wipe from front to back, Gil. Everybody know that. If you see a girl wipe from back to front, you leave her ass in the bathroom, Gil. No. She'll probably be in your house. Put her ass out. You letting that shit get in your Keisha, boy. Because factually, Bronny James is the worst NBA player to ever touch the court. And that's going to hurt your feelings, Gil. But that's the truth. Don't lie on Kwame Brown. I average 6 points. Bronny's averaging 0 points. Just saying, Gil, you making it personal. Don't do that.
Police record. This nigga got arrested for being drunk outside a bar. And the dude was walking down the street with his birthday cake. And he decided to smash the shit out the nigga's hand. Kwame did that. A man walked.
Hey, Gil, I didn't get arrested, you stupid motherfucker. Man, this boy here, God, boy, yo, Keisha is funky. You got a stinking, dirty, funky. Hey, Gil, you got a funky, stinking, dirty Keisha. You lie so much, you lie like a rug. God, this man say I was arrested. Show me the arrest, Gilbert. This nigga is taking pieces of what I said on my internet already. Gilbert, I already told that story, you fucking fool. It was Ronnie Terrioff's birthday, clown. See, here's the difference between me and you, Mr. I got felony charges right now. Everybody makes mistakes, clown. It was Ronnie Terrioff's birthday. I ordered a cake for my friend's birthday, you clown. And I was always going to smash the cake in Ronnie Terrioff's face, clown. I didn't smash the cake in the dude's face, clown. I smashed the cake in my teammate's face because I thought that was the surprise cake that I ordered, clown. Imagine the shock when I realized it was not the cake and a woman brought the cake for her husband. I'm like, holy shit. But guess what, Gil? Unlike you, bitch, I don't have a white zaddy and Ernie Grunfeld to take care of all of my things. No. So like a man, I apologize. I gave them $1,000 and 2 tickets to a Lakers game. That's what you do when you make a mistake. It's a simple, my bad. Just because I play basketball, you fucking clown, don't mean I don't make a mistake. And you're supposed to get drunk at a birthday party, you fucking idiot. Remember the times you was drunk and paying Drea so you can have her in the back seat with Swaggy P driving? Would you rather me get drunk during that time so you could do some pornographic fun boy stuff in front of your teammate? You nasty, dirty, no good, dirty foot. I'm not even gonna say the last part. But should I be drunk doing that? Because remember, you told the time that you got drunk and got out, got fucked up, and got Drea in the backseat of your car, and then you pull your pants down and get naked. Couldn't even wait to get to the hotel. Was you that drunk when you were doing that? Why you couldn't wait till Swaggy P dropped you and Drea off when you were paying her for her panoche? Mr. Baller, shot caller. Should I got drunk when I was doing that? or shit, I got drunk at my teammate's birthday party. You're a clown. Like, you, felony boy, are a clown. You being charged with a felon right now. You're around Italian mobsters playing fucking cards, talking about give me a rake, please, allegedly. This is what they said about you. But you want to bring up a fucking mistake at a birthday party while I'm drinking with my teammates while I ordered a cake and somebody just so happened to have a birthday the same night. My bad. But that's worse than the shit you done. Boy, you sad. You are fucking sad.
With his birthday cake, and that drunk ass nigga decided he wanted to hit it out of his hand. Him. NBA dumb boy. NBA dumb boy. We're talking about a man.
Look at him. Look at him. NBA dumb boy. I want y'all to see his face while he's trying to say what I say for the first time. I told y'all, I'm not wrong about this guy. I'm not wrong about this. Hey, this nigga. Hey, growing up in that backseat by yourself must have been rough. Not having no jokes, that shit must have been rough. I went viral for saying NBA dumb boy. Look at him.
NBA dumb boy. NBA dumb boy. We're talking.
Hey, Gil, this shit sad at this point. You know what, Gil? This is what I'm gonna do for you. I'm gonna write down all the sayings that I say that I know you like, and I'm gonna screenshot it. I'll DM them to you so you can start implementing them on Gil's Arena and shit like that. Okay, we're gonna help you, bro, because this shit is sad. You can't diss me, right? You can't be trying to diss me and act like you going off, and then you use something that I said that I went viral for saying. People are going to start to hear you, Gil. They're going to start to say, damn, this nigga do copy everything Kwame say. What the fuck is wrong with this nigga? Like, Gil, like you say the landlord, you say a lot of shit, boy. Like you say hell of a nigga, you say, ooh, yes, yes, yes. You say, you starting to, then you wore my jersey and turned around. You like, Gil. Then you said I had a big ass. Like you pause. Like, Gil, like you. Gil, like, come on, man. You gotta stop this shit, man. I'm gonna send you a goddamn booklet of Kwame quotes, and you just go ahead, man. Have fun with it, man. You know, I already told everybody you was a sucker. You think because you played basketball and you wasn't even better than me. That's why you didn't get drafted. But you thought you was better than me. But you just got opportunity, Gil. Gil, you know I had more talent than you and my goddamn pinky finger. But they introduced me to the dunker, Gil. But we don't cry about spilled milk over here. We'll leave that for you and Tracy McGrady. I just tell the truth, and we let people just decide whatever they believe is whatever they believe. Everything I said about you, other people are now coming to YouTube and saying it. Eddie Jordan just did an interview with Gilbert Arenas. Literally everything I said about you, they said the same thing. Now, one would have to believe that Antoine Jameson is hating on Gilbert's career. One would have to believe Eddie Jordan is hating on Gilbert's career. And one would have to believe that Etan is hating on Gilbert's career. Everybody got to be hating on Gilbert in order for Gilbert to be telling the truth. Because the only thing he's going to attack me with, let me see, he's going to go get stats and he's going to go get money and he's going to do all the necessary tropes. But the one thing he's not going to do is he's not going to respond to Anton Jameson. He's not going to respond to any other people that's saying the exact same shit about it. And it's sad because it's your behavior, boy, that got you a felony charge now. It was your behavior that got you fucked up way back then. And it's always been your behavior. It was your behavior in college. It was your behavior is what you won't change. And so that's what I was here to expose. Did I ever say I had perfect conduct, bitch? No, I'm a human being too. But you, the shit that you do, it ain't just normal shit. Anybody can go out and get drunk and mistake a cake for the cake that they ordered, dumbass. That's just a drunk fun night. Woo! Motherfucker got Laker tickets and $1,000. Motherfucker love me today. That motherfucker ain't mad with me, him or his wife. So fuck you. But at the end of the day, that man got a chance to get Kobe Bryant's autograph, and he got it. They family love me, boy. Why you ain't tell the rest of that story? That the family that I didn't throw their cake on the ground. I threw their cake on Ronnie. I threw their cake on Ronnie Terry off ass. But they got Laker tickets. They got their whole family, the kids and all. They got Laker tickets. They got goddamn Kobe Bryant and all the teammates autograph. They got a chance to chill just because I'm a great NBA player and I accidentally threw a cake on somebody else. And you pay for that mistake. And that was easy. That was nothing. You drove a nigga on the top of the hood. You drove a draft pick on the hood of a car. You the leader of the team. Drove an NBA player, somebody who's worth millions of dollars and could have been worth more millions in the future. You put him on the hood of a car and drove him through a car wash. Let's see. Accidental cake toss, driving a human being through a car wash that's worth millions. I'll take accidental cake toss. You fucking idiot.
What about a man who gets drunk, gets thrown down the stairs outside of the club, get his ass whooped? NBA dumb boy. NBA dumb boy. Had to protect his ass whooped. Who gets drunk, gets thrown down the stairs outside of the club, get his ass whooped. NBA dumb boy.
I'm gonna look over the fact that you keep saying NBA dumb boy, but once again, he's repeating a story that I said on the internet, but for his crowd, he wants me to look like a loser. Now, Gilbert, last night while you was telling this story, you had thousands and thousands of people in your chat. But then when the video ended, somehow the thousands and thousands of people are gone. You only got 16,000 views on this video. But in the chat, it was like about damn near 8,000, 9,000 people. Like, where did all the views go, Gil? What are you doing to these goddamn views? How is it that when you live, it look like you just a bad mother trucker? But then when you go off live, you don't look so bad. And how is it that you the number one sports show on Gil's Arena, but your shit ain't nothing when it comes to personal? I don't understand this. Hey, see though, I don't understand this shit. That motherfucker had like 9,000 people in the chat. Video in, a whole day later, 16,000 people. I'm like, what the? When you have 9,000 people in the chat, it's a little whole period. Them numbers jump. Them numbers jump to the real number. That shit jumped to goddamn 30,000. That nigga got 16,000 people in the chat. What the hell going on here? I don't understand this shit. But you say that I was at a bar and I was drunk. Was I drunk? Let me see. That's what you go to the bars to do. You go to the bars to get drunk. But was I drunk at the time? No. I went to a bar. We didn't even get in there good enough. I told this story already. We didn't even get in there good enough. I got in there. My boy ordered a beer because I was too young to order beer, nigga. I was going to college. My homeboy was old enough. God rest his soul. I was with my boy Lo, and he was on the run at the time. I told this story. He was on the run. I think he had a drug charge. And at that time, I was still keeping it real, you know, because I'm from a neighborhood, keeping it real. I'm still hanging with niggas and shit. So he couldn't fight. So when the dude, my homeboy was a player, though. That nigga always licking lips like LL Cool J. So by the time we got in there, I mean, he jumped on, and he was a dope boy. So he jumped on some girls fast. He went over there, licking his lips, talking like LL Cool J. So he had one way talking to him, and one came over to me. And before I know it, a nigga hit him, BAM! And then I was like, what the hell? By the time I look around, nigga hit me, BAM! And so, you know, me and him both, we done been in 1,000 scuffles, so we know what to do. We ain't no bitch ass regular NBA player. I wasn't like y'all. I done been in 150 scuffles. So I wasn't like a fish out of water. I do what a nigga that supposed to do that got hit before in the face, got dope fiend. I was like, bah! I dropped my head. Oh shit. Get a little close to you. Then he had to reach out and touch that nigga. I had to grab his ass. Like, oh shit. I'm holding on to his neck. I'm holding on to this nigga neck so he can't swing. I wrapped up his arm. Oh hell no. I'm blinking and shit. I'm like, I gotta get my shit right because I'm gonna hurt this nigga. So I'm holding on to this motherfucker. And then the bouncers just pushed us. And we went to rolling down the goddamn steps, right? So we get down the steps. So the bouncer, he knew that I was the draft pick that's coming to Florida. He like, hey man, what the fuck y'all fighting for? I said, nah, fuck that. That nigga punched me in my face. It's on. My shit leaking too, boy. Big gorilla looking motherfucker. That nigga got my shit. As I'm saying it, my shit just pouring blood all down my face. I got dope fiend. So my shirt leaking. I'm like, I said, hell no, don't no nigga hit me in my shit. So, and I ain't have no bodyguard, unlike you, Gil, bitch ass nigga. So, no bullshit. So we go, that bouncer say, nigga, you don't want to fight. You play basketball. I said, yes, I do. Get the fuck out the way. So that nigga actually thought I was going to lose because the dude looked like a fucking gorilla. This motherfucker was like a defensive end. This motherfucker like 6', gotta be 6'6", 6'7", 340 pounds. I'm a rail. I'm just tall. I'm probably at the time 228, 230, maybe 230. But that don't matter. So that motherfucker threw one of them gorilla punches outside. I dipped, and he went to bed, Gil. I don't know what you talking about. I jumped up and down on that boy like a trampoline. I dipped back, and that motherfucker shot out like a piston, and that boy crumbled. And everybody out there know it. And remember when I told you to go ask Udonis Haslem? How come you didn't ask Udonis Haslem? Matter of fact, I remember what Udonis Haslem said when he saw my arm all wrapped up. Udonis Haslem was like, hey, Kwame, I heard you got in the fight. And I was like, nah, nigga hit me in the club and shit. I wasn't proud of it. I said, nigga hit me in the club and I had to do what I had to do. He said, yeah, but I heard you was swinging all like this. Because I don't know who told him that, but he was laughing like, and I said, well, it don't matter how I was swinging. He went to bed. That's my exact word. I said, it don't matter how I was swinging. I wouldn't give a damn if I was swinging like this. That bitch went to bed. That was my objective. Bitch, you punched me in my fucking face. That nigga was spitting up. I ain't promoting violence, but I'm promoting protect yourself. And I don't believe you're supposed to punch a nigga about no girl. And so I didn't even know the girl. If the nigga would have been a respectful type of nigga, he could have said, hey, bro, that's my chick. And I would have been like, hey, man, I don't even know this girl. Go ahead with it. Hey, look, chick. But that's how you got to communicate. A nigga don't know how to communicate, then violence is the next step. That nigga should have learned. Somebody should have taught that boy how to communicate like a man. Nobody taught him how to communicate. I done had a time where a nigga tried to holler at my girl, but see, his girl came over to whatever, she was open to it. So he should have took his girl to the side and had a conversation with his lady. But he learned a valuable lesson hitting the bus in the face that next time, nigga, holler at your girl, not at me. So Gil, that is 2 lies that you done said on me. All because I played a video where Eddie Jordan and Antoine Jameson and Etan Thomas all said you fucked up the Washington Wizards. What do, Gilbert? You get back online and you start to attack me with lies. That's a goddamn shame, boy. I must be a hell of a nigga, boy. Now I got beat up. I got hit in the face. True indeed, my shit was leaking. That nigga punched the cowboy shit out of me, boy. I ain't gonna lie, that shit hurt. But I'm like, this big old bitch. You know what I was thinking though, for real, Gil? I already knew I was gonna knock him out once we get a fair one. I just was like, hold on, boy. Just hold on, goddamn, until we can get a fair one. Don't let this nigga hit you one more time, because if it hit me again, it would have been a good night, Irene. I ain't gonna lie. That bitch hit me so hard I couldn't see nothing. It was one of them Floyd Mayweather. I said, oh shit. I grabbed that motherfucker just like Floyd grabbed. I did just like that too. Yeah, boy, you see, you ain't never been punched in your face. That's why you laughing and shit. You think it's funny. But that nigga dope fiend the shit out of me. I said, oh, hell no. I held on to him, and all I was thinking, boy, this nigga bet not let me get my legs. I was hanging on that nigga neck. I said, boy, when I get, he can tell by that grip that I was strong that I looked. I said, boy, when I get my legs back up under me, this nigga going to bed. That's all I was thinking. And so when the nigga pushed us down the stairs, I was like, yeah, because now I knew. I said, boy, I'm going to be straight now. I bounced up off that ground. I said, yeah, it's go time now. And then the dude was looking at me like, that nigga finna beat your ass. I'm like, this nigga finna be slow. I knew from being in the hood exactly how this big old swole arm nigga was gonna swing. Most of them niggas don't come from the shoulders and throw punches. Them niggas throw looping punches. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna wait on that little looping right hand. Just like, and I put it in the southpaw and that. No, I didn't go southpaw. I was straight up traditional on his ass. So I waited on that little looping ass right hand. I dipped back and I was already ready. Ha! And Gil, hey Gil, it was good night, Irene. Gil, you ain't gotta lie to defame me though. But Gil, that was one of my best punches. That shit shattered my whole hand. That shit shattered this knuckle right here, and it shattered the eighth bone in my wrist. That's what the Wizards covered up right there. When I shattered my hand, they were still trying to trade me for goddamn Elton Brand, so they didn't tell them that I shattered my hand. So I'm trying to do the goddamn Slam magazine shit. My hand all fucked up, broke up. So they come up with this story that I got small hands, but my hand just, a nigga punched me in my face. So I got 2 broke knuckles on this hand. One, a nigga took a black and mild from my cousin Jarvis, and I couldn't let him do that. I said, man, give him his shit back. And I was in high school when that happened. Yeah, that was a dumb fight too. I said, man, get that man his shit back. He was like, nigga, no, nigga. He was like the neighborhood bully, guy named Terrence. And I'm like, nah, man, give him his shit back. Don't do that. And he was like, man, who you think you talking to? Before he could finish talking. And he was sleeping in my chest. And I took it black and mild and I gave it back to my cousin, laid him on the ground. But I was thinking back, it was stupid because I was already, a top basketball player. But just being in that environment, it just was like, nigga, you not finna take nothing from my cousin right in front of me. So, yeah, he went to bed. And it broke my knuckle before that. So I got 2 broken knuckles on this hand. But Gil, the stories that you tell, man, they be hilarious though, boy. You a funny dude. I fought over a black and mild. No. It was about the respect. I said he took something from my cousin in front of my face. And from that environment, being in that environment, I was 17 years old. I'm still living in an environment that you can't let somebody take nothing from somebody. So, of course, I'm a basketball player, but I'm still in this environment. I can't let you take something from my cousin. We don't do that over here. So that's what it was. And people can check and see if I'm lying. I mean, I'm from a small town, but hey.
Hey, dumb boy. We're talking about a man who gets drunk, gets thrown down the stairs outside of a club, get his ass whooped. NBA dumb boy. NBA dumb boy had to protect his arm. I had to start wearing a sleeve in 0405 because he wanted to punch through a window because his girl was hiding in it. The nigga had the keys in his pocket. He had the keys in his pocket. NBA.
So wait, Gil. My girl is hiding behind a window that I have the keys to open the window. And instead of me, or what was it, a door? And instead of me opening the door, I was so drunk and stupid, I just punched through the door. That what happened, Gil? You were there, right? So you just saying all of this stuff. Boy, you making this shit so easy. Boy, this shit personal. What was her name, Gil? Which one of them was it? You know what? I know why you move around the corner from me now. See, y'all don't know that Gil moved around the corner from me. Gil found out where I lived at, and he moved around the corner from me. Same thing he wanted to do on the internet. But he moved around the corner from me. And I think Gil seen maybe 1 or 2 of them little things that he liked driving up to my house. And Gil, all I was doing was cooking them chicken. I cook a mean goddamn chicken breast. I'm talking about I baked some chicken real good. Like, have you ever seen my grilling skills, boy? I'm talking about my mama's cooking, boy. I'm just being a regular dude, Gil. See, shit that you don't know. See, this is why I feel bad for you, Gil. See, if you had your mama's cooking, your mama would have taught you things that women like that don't require money. See, if you know how to do things women like, you don't have to have money like that. See, you gotta buy everything. So the same girl you buy, I was just feeding them Publix chicken. No. I'm lying. I'm capping. It was Ralph's. It was Ralph's up there. So you feeding them money, you asking questions about me, that they coming and telling me about it, or you paying them, you having sex with them. Am I better than them? Am I better? Am I bigger? That's your whole thing. You still on the internet asking, is you bigger? Talking about how your size and my size. You still doing that to this day, ain't you? This shit is sad, boy. You really got to get over the trauma that Gil. I got my mom's cooking, boy. I don't have, you can keep talking about your money, okay? That's fine. You better keep making it too. But see, Gil, the difference is I like when niggas like you make money. Cause see, I'm the type of guy, a girl will give me a nigga like you money. So go work hard, nigga. Go work hard, nigga. I see you on the back end with half of your shit.
Young boy had to punch through the window, scarred up his arm, and he had to start wearing a sleeve the rest of his career. That was NBA Dumboy. But we didn't have social media back then, and he wasn't famous enough like that no more for anybody to really care. NBA Dumboy, holding women over balconies, and where he lived, just.
Hey, yeah, Gil, I was damn sure holding women over them balconies. You right about that. On them balconies and them cars, and boy, look at here on back of the pickup trucks. Yeah, under the stars, Gil. Yeah, it's just different, Gil. Kwame, after this log off, salute. I will. Yeah, it's just different, Gil. I damn sure did. I'm guilty, Gil. I am guilty. I don't like to just have sex in the bed when I was young, Gil. Coach Eddie Jordan said I had a body like a Greek god. He just said this. I want to pick her up, Gil. I want to hold her. I want to goddamn hold her against the wall, Gil. I was strong as an ox. Hold her up with one hand. Play with her. Oh, let me not say everything, Gil. But I'm just saying, I don't want to be perverted, but I'm just saying, Gil, I wasn't like you. I'm not like you. You want to get your teammate in the car and do it in front of your teammate. You remember that story you tell? You can't get hard unless you got a man in the room. You were Diddy before Diddy. You know you got to have a man in the room with you before you get hard. You know that's why you always had the rookies stay at your house. Gilbert was running to where every rookie that got drafted to Washington end up somehow staying at Gilbert Arenas' house. Ask him. Gilbert Arenas, did not Swaggy P done stayed with you before? How many draft picks done stayed at your house and you were sleeping with their girlfriends allegedly and they were sleeping with yours and all this weirdo stuff y'all would do? Huh, Gil? You want to talk about that? Do you? You told the story, Gil. You had Drea in the back of your car. I'm talking about a fine specimen like Drea. And you just had to just have Swaggy P in the car with your thing out, right? With something that fine. You had to have your thing out in front of Swaggy. You couldn't wait to take that girl to the room and just take your motherfucking time. I'm talking about, ooh, Drea? You couldn't just, you supposed to take your time with that. You in the backseat of the car with Drea, with your teammate driving, looking in the rear view. Yeah, Gil, she gave you some good top. Come on, Gil. Stop playing with grown men, man. Ain't nothing wrong with holding a woman over the balcony that she like. It's okay, baby. You got a little scared. You ain't know I was strong. It's okay. Let's go to the room. Did she tell you what happened after that, Gil? She ain't leave the room for 3 days, Gil. Did she tell you that? It's on video, Gil. She ain't leave the room for 3 days. Now, she was taking a lot of goddamn pictures and shit. I ain't like that. But she ain't leave that room for 3 days. Every time I came back, she was twerking and dancing. She was jumping on the bed when I came back. Gil. She was like, fuck that balcony, but this bed is big enough for we can goddamn do cartwheels on this motherfucker, Gil. So don't be mad, Gil. Don't try to come up here and disparage my name, brother. Don't do that. Don't do that, Gil. Don't do that, Gil. Don't do that. I'm not disparaging your name. Everything I said about you, there's other men starting to come out and say it. So that's the truth. Can't be disrespectful, Gil. I'm not disparaging you, and people are going to start to see that. But you, Gil, the way that you're telling these stories, you're downright flat out embarrassing yourself. Now you're embarrassing yourself.
Holding them, just She didn't want to give up the ass. He just gonna hold her over the balcony.
Oh, she gave up the ass, Gil. Hold up, Gil. Come on now, Gil. This shit on video now. Gil, you gotta stop hating, bro. You gotta stop hating. Talk about she ain't want to give up the ass. Boy, it's on video. She gave up the ass in the lounge. She gave up the ass. Boy, stop. Just stop, Gil. Just stop. See, you gonna make me start talking, and then people go to thinking that I'm talking like that now. This is just old shit that you keep bringing to the internet, man. Everybody got a pad. In my 20s, boy, I was a goddamn hell of a stunk that. Boy, what? Hey, Gil, boy, what? Now I'm just old. I just chill, Gil. I just old. Now I just look. I'm one of them niggas that look and just be like, girl, you just don't know. I done had 1,000 of you, girl. I'm more so like that, like, you just don't even know. You don't even know. First player to get paid to retire. Yeah, just leave. Nigga paid that nigga to leave. Now I just wait and finish to listen to her argue. You've been doing this, you're doing that. Yeah. All right, I'll see you in a minute, baby. See you in a minute, babe. That's why when the answer said that shit the other night, he talking about, yeah, go in the room, babe. Yeah. I was like, look, I'm not gonna do all this goddamn arguing with you. Just don't come on. Let's just come on over. God damn. Let's just fix it. Come on. Sometimes I think it's a setup. They wanting to start shit. Knowing I got down, I'm gonna damn near jump off the dresser. I think this motherfucker be wanting to start shit. So I goddamn, they be wanting to start shit, I think. Be sitting there looking, be text fighting and shit. You gotta think of the words to say. You gotta hold back to them texts because that text message is forever. So you gotta hold back. You gotta be like, why are you tripping and shit? Because if y'all catch one of my text messages, I'm gonna sound like a bitch ass nigga because I'm not trying to have something forever how I really talk. You know what I'm saying? So I'd be like, why are you tripping? Why are you talking to me like that? Why you disrespecting me so much? I ain't finna goddamn. Now I'll slip up, bitch. Fuck you then. I'll slip up every now and again. But usually I use my big boy words. I ain't fuck that text message shit. They be trying to trap you with that text shit because they can delete their shit and just say, look at what he texted me. Yeah, but what you said to me, motherfucker. And I noticed that most women, they don't remember what they said to you. Fuck what you said. Fuck what they said to you. They get you. They get you riled up. And then you say something wrong, boy, then you going to end up apologizing. You're going to end up, because, boy, they ain't going to let that shit go. But you ain't have to say that. I be like, well, motherfucker, you ain't have to say this. But they not going to let it go. Your ass going to lose. That's how a man never win. Because they going to rile you up to a point. You're going to say some shit, and they got you. So you just got to be like, all right, you little mother. You got to let them have it, because you're going to lose. That's how you end up losing. I'm just telling you now. And they get me every time. Like, man, fuck you there, bitch. Nah, not every time.
He's the biggest hypocrite.
Everybody hold grudges.
And that's why I said I just don't like the ideal of what he does. Even the Tracy McGrady talking about I made him Kobe made him quit. You know, in that series that they were playing, T-Mac was actually up. And you don't talk about quitting, nigga.
He talking about a series that they actually played. I was talking about in workouts. I wasn't talking about in no series. What are you? They done static this world so much that these niggas can't even have real conversations no more. They done made this world so much. But what about the stats? How the fuck do you bring stats to a practice gym? This just the grunt work. There's no stats in the practice gym. It's a mano, man to man. What the fuck does that got to do with stats? Do you know it's players that got stats way better than other players but if you roll the ball out and let them play one-on-one, they're going to get destroyed. Michael Beasley don't have the stats of LeBron, but Michael Beasley destroys LeBron in one-on-one games. Oh, what about your stat argument, Gil? You guys always want to talk about stats. Nobody don't want to hear your stat bullshit. If Michael Jordan played Michael Beasley one-on-one, Michael Beasley would lose every fucking time. If Michael Beasley played Kobe Bryant one-on-one, as good as Michael Beasley is, Kobe is going to whip him every single time. That's the difference. You got to have excuses. You got to explain someone's greatness with a stat in an organized game. What about when you take it with basketball? Basketball is universal. You can play basketball at the park where stats don't matter. It's a universal game. And with niggas in today's league, if you take them out of that organized game and you take them to the park and have them challenge regular everyday people, what you will find is that the gap is not as big as it used to be. Because we got Bronny James in the league and you want to call me a bust. I can go to any park, any neighborhood right now. My knee about to be fixed in 6 weeks. I can go to any park and I can still show you the difference between a pro and whatever you think you are. I can still hold up the integrity of the NBA. If Bronny go to some of these high schools, they'll be like, why the fuck did this kid get drafted? And that's real spill. That's not hate. They would be like, why did he get drafted? Against some of these high schoolers. They did that for Bronny while he was in high school. Kendrick Perkins just told it. They did it for Bronny while he was in high school. So, Gilbert, what you saying, you don't like the ideal of what I do. You know what? You're right. You don't like the ideal of what I do. Because what I do is I expose this celebrity fake story bullshit. I said stars are not born, they're created. They find the right sucker like you that'll get up here and say all the stupid shit that you say. Like years ago that you said that you, Damon Jones and LeBron was gambling at his house. You said that on Vlad TV years ago. That's what you said. Shit that people shouldn't even say. See, you grew up in the back seat, so you don't know that you should have never got on the internet airwaves and ever said that about LeBron. But in your mind, you think you're just doing the right thing. You're just doing the right thing. You're going to Vlad TV to do the right thing, which is turn your brother in. And now D Jones is under, which probably got nothing to do with you. But the one thing about the feds and the way they work, they just gather information. And they'll gather information for years. And that's not the type of information you would want out. Especially another top guy in the league. Y'all fans always say it. That, man, you know they want to get LeBron. So then why would Gilbert Arenas, this so-called black guy, when he's actually Cuban, why would he go and say that in your most focused time, after the Michael Jordan scandal, Michael Jordan had a gambling scandal. They said he was a gambler. LeBron is now the new face of the league, a black man. And you just said that he was gambling while you guys are in an NBA playoffs, to where the average fan is they're supposed to think that you guys are focused and locked in on a game. See, that's why these white folks are going to always pay you, Gil. You're going to be very rich. They're going to keep paying you, not because you're good at anything. You just run your fucking mouth too much. And that's why I asked you nicely. It's no beef. I simply asked you, and it's on video. If Vlad TV, Sad TV, or any one of these white media stations asks you about me, I asked you very nicely to just don't say nothing about me. Ask him. That's what I told you to say. And guess what? You told them that at first. And so they start trying to ask me. They were DMing me on Instagram, Adam22, Vlad, Sad TV, all of them. They were asking me. And guess what I was doing, Gil? I was ignoring them. Same thing you probably should have done, because now you got felony charges too. Not to say it's all connected, but I'm just, that's just the way my slow, dumbass mind works. Last night, Bronny was in the game in the fourth quarter and did not know the plays. Luka was visibly annoyed. Oh, yeah, I'm going to go over that. They trying not to let me go over the game, but even if I got to talk to it, because they almost flagged my page. But, Gil, you're going to keep getting paid. And you think it's because you number one. You have no mama's cooking. You wasn't raised by a black woman. Well, you was raised by a man, and you know sometimes men be off. That's not God's order. So you think it means you're more tough and macho. It actually means you're more insecure, you're more weak. That's what it does. Yeah. Men destroy, men kill. Sometimes you don't know when to stop, and that's been your problem your whole life. You don't know when to say, whoa, let me leave well enough alone. You know, because you're a man, you got to prove it. You're dumb. But you should have left me alone, because eventually people are going to get way more interested in this story about your agent, Dan Fagan, because he's not a savory character. God rest his soul now. I didn't know he was deceased before. But people are going to start looking into you and your connection with Dan Fagan. And what if people start looking into other players that Dan Fagan may have had, that you may have played with, that you may have could pass the ball and make them look favorable in a contract year, or maybe hold the ball away from them if they don't want to go to Dan Fagan. Maybe other players you've done this to, Gil. You're doing illegal gambling right now, allegedly. This is what they got you in the paper for. This is what the charges you have. It's always around something that's unsavory, Gil. But now you're saying that you don't like what I do because what I represent. But all I do is expose bitch niggas like you. And everyone is repeating the same thing I said about you now. See, this ain't beef. I walked away from that situation years ago knowing that I was going to lose something, knowing that I was going to take a reputational hit. But I knew the truth. The truth going to always come out, dumbass boy. You thought that the truth wasn't going to come out. The truth going to always come out. And so just like Etan and Eddie, there's going to be other people that's going to say, okay, let's take Kwame aside, Gil, because you get riled up about me. Kwame aside, Gilbert Arenas. And I want you to ask that, because I know you're in the chat looking. I want you to write down and prepare for this question that I'm going to ask you. Put Kwame aside. Put Kwame aside. Why does Etan Thomas, why does Anton Jameson, and why is Eddie Jordan saying that you ruined the Washington Wizards? That Ernie Grunfeld allowed you to get away? He told that rope story that I mentioned, Gil. That's quite ironic that you called me a liar, and Eddie Jordan was talking about some squiggly line and some people, but once you get outside of the line, that's where I step in. And then when he stepped in, you ripped up the firing sheet and you threw it in the trash before you even walked out the locker room. And you said, I quit on the team? Nigga, that wasn't no motherfucking team. When you got I was about to say the bad word, when you got a slow tyrant like you at the helm of a ship, that bitch bound to crash. And look at what it did, Gil. I left. You said I was the problem. They gave me conduct detrimental to the team. The problem left. And look at what you end up doing, Gil. You wrecked the ship, dumbass boy. Who do you blame for that? Who do you blame for popping your knee? You blame Eddie Jordan. Because he made me come off the bench and he was trying to make me, hold me accountable to play defense. You know what you did, you little quitter? You didn't shoot the ball for 3 quarters because you quit on your team because Eddie Jordan asked you to play defense. You know that the same thing that I was talking to Bronny about, getting up and into the screen, riding the guy over the pick, you told your coach you don't get paid to do that. You just score. That's what you said. Why don't you tell these young kids what a loser you really are? That the reason why you could score 60 points and you had so much energy to score because your big, tall, soft ass laid in the picks and didn't do anything on the defensive end. So you popped your little knee because you were pouting on the bench like a little girl because Eddie Jordan benched your ass because once again, you didn't come to practice. So he couldn't really do what he should have been able to do, which is suspend your ass for a game like they did me. But for you, he just popped you on the wrist. But God had a different pop for your ass. He popped that knee and ended that career for you. God did like this to that knee. Tired of you playing, boy. Do what God did to that knee of yours. You remember that? When you were trying to box out goddamn Gerald Wallace? You remember that? See, God got a plan to make niggas like you heal, boy. Cat Williams, I think he was talking about you too. Look, he said the truth will come out in 2025 and you got Fed charges. You got Fed charges. So you mangled up your knee. Then you have an incident in the locker room because you were doing stupid shit on the plane. And when they tried to get at you for what you was doing on the plane, trying to act like you some bully at a gambling table, and then you met a guy from Georgia that wasn't gonna be bullied. And what did you do? You went to the extreme, and that guy from Georgia wasn't gonna be bullied, and then we know the rest. But shout out to that guy from Georgia because he's doing great things now, mentoring the youth and doing solid work in Atlanta. But you still doing bitch work. Look at you now. The only reason why people deal with you is because you're going to say, look at Kwame. Kwame mad at me. Now come up here. I'm going to pay you to tell my side of the story. Come on, man. You cool with me. Kwame ain't got no money to give you. Come up here and say this on camera. People will say anything for opportunity, Gil. Same way you was opportunistic on Drea, you know, a female that didn't have no money back then. You had money, so you took them crooked teeth of the oil and you went over there and act like you was a confident man, didn't you? When you still insecure, nigga. But let's continue on in this story. Mr. I quit on the team when you was ripping up fine sheets and basically showing everybody that you was undermining the coach based on the GM being the guy that brought you there and not the coach. So you can undermine the coach and then call it a team. Is that what you're saying, Gilbert Arenas? So you wanted to run the Wizards like a dictatorship and that everybody got to get in line. I'm not Anton Jameson, nigga. I'm not none of them niggas that's going to kiss up to your ass just so they can get paid. Guess what I told you? And I'm not dissing those brothers. You got to do whatever you got to do to feed your family. My family will eat less. They'll eat whatever I can provide. I'm not no ass kisser and I'm not no dick puller, Gil. That's not what I do. So once I saw you for who you really was, I said, if I come back to that locker room, I'm going to do what I did in Florida and somebody ass going to bed. And because I knew that that's not something I can do, because I knew that that would give me David Stern issues. Because remember, David Stern knew I fucked up my hand and my wrist. So because I didn't want to get David Stern issues, I'll take team issues. I'll accept conduct detrimental to the team, but I'm not going to accept you playing with me. That's what I would never accept. And you know that, kid. That's why you always on the internet. Magic Johnson played center when Kareem was out. The older generation do anything to win. Yeah. Gilbert is not that player from the old generation. This guy got upset with a coach. This is documented fact. He got upset with the coach, and now it's on the last video that I played. He got upset with Coach Eddie Jordan because we would be right there close to winning games, and Gilbert would have these great numbers, but we would lose. And we would lose because of one end of the court. We would lose because everybody else is on the string, and I was one of the fastest motherfuckers. I got to keep getting hurt because I got to keep showing on the pick and roll, breaking my neck to do all kind of things because this guy just lays in the pick and roll so he can go down and shoot. And he started this era of, I'm not going to play defense. I'm just going to be a great scorer. And now the league started identifying players as defenders and scorers and rebounders. And Paul Silas preached against that. Rest in peace to Paul Silas. He said that's the stupidest shit ever. And this is why American players will be behind the European players in the next 5 years. We won't have any more skilled American players. They'll be sprinkled through the league here and there. But the top players will be from other places because what they do with other players in other places is they teach them the game of basketball. They don't teach them position. They don't say you are a scorer. Motherfucker, that's disrespectful to your teammates. You are a basketball player. You play on that end and you play on this end. I don't give a damn how much you score. If you don't handle business on both ends of the court, you can't play for me. And that used to be a standard with coaches. And now that's not the standard. Well, shit, if he just score for us, I mean, maybe we'll win. That's losing basketball. I would rather instead of getting 30 out of one guy, I'll get 15 apiece out of two guys that play defense. Because we're going to win. Fuck the stat sheet. We're going to win. That is losing basketball. And guess what happened when Gilbert Arenas was trying to prove to Eddie Jordan that it wasn't about defense? He took only like 9 shots. He scored like 9 points. He barely shot the ball. And guess what happened? The game was won anyway. So what that showed, and that pissed Eddie Grunfeld off, it was like Eddie Jordan. So that's why I'm kind of torn about Eddie Jordan now. Because he was trying to do things to assert his dominance, but he couldn't when you got a GM above you. So I might need to rethink my weenie dog tag of Eddie Jordan. I might have to take that tag up off of Eddie Jordan. Now that I recap and I remember some of the stories, he was trying to penalize Gilbert. So you know what, Eddie? I might have to apologize for the weenie dog thing. Even though I think you lied on this interview because you knew what Gilbert was doing and you knew I'm not the type of man that was going to take it. And for you to downplay it the way you did. And shout out to Etan. Etan always been solid. He kept saying, no, Eddie, it was some things. Like, y'all know what Gilbert was doing. You know what he was doing in that city. You know how he likes to show he's the man, but he's only the man because the GM was the man, the white man that knew everybody. So, nah. But I think I'm going to take the weenie dog title off of Eddie Jordan because he tried to discipline this little childish thing. But you can't do something when the GM is undermining the coach. Ernie Grunfeld remind me of that old football coach that would take the best running back and be a black guy, and he don't care if he can read, he don't care if he can write, he don't care if he can goddamn spell, he don't care about nothing else as long as that boy can run. And I just remember being in Ernie Grunfeld's presence, and when I was telling him about what Gilbert was doing, and the look on his face was like, this is strictly business for me. I don't give a fuck what Gilbert do, long as he goddamn shoot that ball. And that's what Gilbert know. So I remember looking at Ernie Grunfeld, and when he asked me, do you want to play here? I just honestly looked in his face and said, no. Because I know now that you're not a man of integrity. You are an idiot. And this is why so many black men are fucked up in society, because I was never allowed to cheat in that way. I didn't take no shortcuts. Whatever I could do, I did. And that's what I could do. Whatever test score I got, I'm not like some of these other basketball players. My test scores are my test scores. Everything I did it was of my own hand. Even to this day, anything that I can do or can't do, more often than not, it comes from me. And most of these guys, he up here talking, he got all these little plaques on the wall. That one that upstairs that I got, that come from me. That ain't come from me going to get some TV show and then pretending like I'm better than everybody when you could have showed us the real you. You could have got on this bitch just like everybody else with your name being Gilbert Arenas and all and showed us who you really were. And then if you would have accumulated all those things, I would have said, damn, but not selling 50% of your shit. I could do that same thing. And with the way I talk and my realness, I have this whole wall filled up all around this bitch. And don't put 5 or 6 other guys on the show that's actually funny and that actually brings some substance, like Swaggy, Kenyon, and all the guys you got on the show. You just don't get it. You let somebody disrespect your cast members. That's literally the reason why you number one. Your cornball, goofball ass ain't gonna be number one by yourself at doing nothing. Facts. My son played in Germany, Germany League when we were stationed. When we were stationed there, and those kids played every position. Oh yeah, they don't play center. They don't play point guard. The center can dribble like a point guard. That's why you see Wembyama. That's why it was like when I started dribbling the ball, catching the ball off the rim, going like a guard. They're like, what? You too tall to do that. Everybody, you too tall to do that. Motherfucker, I'm not. I could do it better than you. I'm like, nigga, it's an advantage if I get this ball and run. You just run to the corner. I break the defense down, kick it to you. You wide open for a shot. It was simple basketball. Every defensive principle is trained for the big man to run back to the paint. They don't train you for a big man to be able to handle a big man that can dribble the ball. While you run your doofus ass back into the paint, I'm right behind you, dribbling right behind you up your gut. I'm gone. And so the reason why I can talk about the positions the way I can talk about them, because I done played damn near every position. I had a growth spurt. I played guard, then I played 2, center. I played every position. Even in the league when I first got there, they put me at 3, they put me at forward, they put me at center. So yeah, I played multiple positions. I've gone over screens. I know what it takes to do it. So to just say, just because a player played better in the league, that means he knows basketball better. That's the stupidest shit I ever heard. But AD did the same thing. He hit a growth spurt. Yeah, I just hit a growth spurt. But you can't win with a guy like Gilbert Arenas, even though the numbers look great, they're impact numbers. It's just a guy going down to get numbers. Any guy that want to get numbers in the league, you break it down per quarter. I learned this from Charles Oakley. Shout out to Charles Oakley. And when Charles Oakley said this shit, it was like, damn, it's so simple. He's like, look, just focus on 3 rebounds a quarter. 3, 6, 9, 12. Focus on 3 points a quarter. 3, 6, 9, 12. If you focus on 3 points, 3 rebounds per quarter, you'll end up with 12 and 12. No matter how you get it, no matter if somebody passing you the ball, put that in your mind. Even if you got to get it off offensive rebounds, no matter how you got to go get it, just know you finna go get 3 rebounds this quarter. You're going to go get 3 points this quarter, no matter how you get it. And don't even think about the game in no other way. Just think about that. Break this bigger 48 minutes down per quarter. Because that's what the NBA, that's how you get paid per quarter. Or per 35 minutes, 36 minutes or something like that. So you break it down per quarter. And if you do that and you just go hard, by the time the game is over, you'll have some immaculate numbers. So that's why in Charlotte, if you would look, when I went to Charlotte and I got healthy and Oak was down there, I started getting a double-double in 2 quarters. And people was like, what the fuck? This nigga, I thought y'all said Kwame couldn't play. A double-double in 2 quarters. I played the first quarter. I played the third quarter. I didn't even play the second or the fourth quarter. Otherwise, y'all to start seeing numbers like 25 and 10, 30 and 10. I'd probably average that. Because when they had to play me in the late part of the season when Steven Jackson and all the guys went out, shit, I was getting double-double every night. And these are documented facts. So when Gilbert Arenas says all this stuff and they only want to go to the pick that you was, they go here. They don't say that MJ and them introduced me to the dunker. I didn't know what it was. We went from drawing up plays for me to, hey, MJ back. We got to win a championship. Kwame, go to the dunker. What the fuck is the dunker? Oh, shit, we draft these goddamn guys out of high school and they don't even know what the dunker is. I'm like, bitch, did you not know I was out of high school before you draft me? Like, I wasn't always quiet. Trust me. I learned to be quiet because I learned that you're not going to really like what I'm going to say in return. Because when they said shit like that, I went crazy. Like, the fuck did you draft me for? Why did you draft me if you telling me that if you got all kind of drawbacks from drafting a guy out of high school, what the fuck you draft me for? And then when I found out they wanted to trade me for Elton Brand, I said, oh, all right. Well, fuck it. Put 30 pounds on me, shrink me back down, blow me back up, talk shit about me in the media. The whole time I'm just sitting there quiet, like, okay. That's what's up. Didn't you just do a live about this last night? No, this is a whole nother live. This is Gilbert Arenas on the screen. Yeah, that's a whole nother live. But thanks for asking. I'm glad that you was there last night too. I appreciate that. You're here again today. Thank you. I really appreciate you.
You quit on the whole NBA franchise in the playoffs because your ass played 3 minutes. And just like the coach said, you the one that told him to come, you wanted to come off the bench at home. And when he brung your ass off the bench at home like you requested, your ass quit on the team because the backup center, Etan, had a career night 20 points. I know why you was mad. You wasn't mad because of me. You was mad because the nigga that replaced you had 20 points. And if you would have had those points, it would have put your stock up, nibble.
Gil, that story would make sense if I didn't play power forward. Etan Thomas and Brendan Haywood were the centers. I only played center when Brendan Haywood acted like his thumb was hurting when Shaq rolled into town. I could play center, but I played power forward, Gil. I can play the 3 spot, power forward spot. Remember when me and Jared Jeffries were playing, sharing minutes? Like, Gil, I wasn't a center. I was a power forward, Gil. I'm confused here. Your story is not making much sense. So you're saying that It was 3 centers on the team. So it was me, Etan, and Brendan at center. So I didn't play power forward. That's confusing. And me be mad that Etan Thomas is doing well. And you say I told Eddie Jordan that I want to come off the bench. There's some conflicting stories going on. Because one minute they say, such and such said this, you don't want the ball. You want to come off the bench. All these different things. I've been consistently saying that I say the same thing to everybody. Even in the big 3. I remember Gary Payton, he ran plays and he put all the other people in the plays. And he never put me in the play to go score. I said, hey, I got hands too now. Put me in the play. And he went the fuck off in front of everybody in there. Because I said, I can run that play too. So if I'm so scared to get the ball, Gil, why would everybody around me, like it, I can't even talk to an idiot like this. I understand what it is, Gil. I understand what it is. You have none of these stories and narratives around with Etan, so you're going to ignore him. Maybe you'll say that Etan is my friend, so that's why he's doing it. But are you going to respond to Anton Jameson? How this man don't know who is playing what position on his own team? I don't know. Etan and Brendan was centers. I played power forward and I could play some 3 spot. But I did play some center because Brendan always ran from Shaq. As a matter of fact, they called me when they were down there in the playoffs with Shaq. I went down to Jacksonville and they was hitting me up. I was still running in the pool. I was still in shape. It was like, you in shape? I'm like, nope. Can you come down here and play? I'm like, is Gilbert on the team? Yeah, he's still on the team. Yeah, I seen him. Nope. So Gil, that ain't quitting on the franchise. I was there before you. I had nothing to do with the franchise. It was you, bitch. Ain't nowhere to hell. I'm telling you, Gil, I probably would have broke you. I probably would have broke your shit. I ain't gonna lie. So I would rather take conduct detrimental to the team. Same thing you end up getting. I'd rather take conduct detrimental to the team and y'all disrespect me and say all what y'all saying right now instead of it being all over. Because if I'd have did that, David Stern was not playing. It would have been all over. So your stories that you tell about me in the NBA, they're cute though. They real cute. But see, the thing about it is, there's a real life though. And so, in real life, hey, it is what it is. But see, you be talking about controlled, confined environment. You a hell of a nigga in them environments. But in real life though, yeah, not so much.
So your ass quit on us in the playoffs. Don't talk about a nigga quitting in the practice. You quit in a playoff series where your team needed you.
What team? What team are you talking about? The team to where the player can take a fine slip and rip it up in front of all of his teammates and throw it in the locker room trash in front of the coach? You talking about that team? The team where Ernie Grunfeld will come down from upstairs after Eddie Jordan make a statement about you, and he'll come down and get in the media about his own coach. You talking about that team? Nah, I don't want to be a part of that, Gil. I say that to this day. You call it quit, you call it whatever. Even now, Gil, if I was doing business with a corporation or somebody right now, and they was letting somebody do whatever they want to do to undermine the overall health and the business of our staff and our team, I wouldn't want to work with them either. I really wouldn't want to work with them either, Gil. So if that's what you're going to define as a quitter, because first of all, I don't define the Washington Wizards with you on it as a team. No. The things that you've done, and even Etan alluded to it. I hope I might call Etan and see if he'll hit the link. because the things that you've done that broke the unity of a team. Once you undermine the coaching staff, and this is what your mind don't let you see, Gil. When a man like me see the coaching staff get undermined like that, I can't. That's not a team that I want to be on. I'm kind of glad they traded me to Phil Jackson, another team. I did want to pass first point guard and not a selfish some bitch like you on my team, because fast as I run, I could have got 8 points a game just on running the floor. And who knows, because, I can post up myself. Who knows what I could have done in the post and rumbled a little bit. So it would have probably been good. But I don't want to sound like Tracy McGrady, crybaby ass. So we just leave that alone. But Gil, you are a funny dude, man. Matter of fact, where my phone at? Let me call Etan, man. Let me see if I can get Etan on the phone, man. I got to get Etan up here to not lie. Just, can you hit this link to talk? What did you mean in that video about some of the things that Gilbert had done? Because, Gil, you a lying son of a bitch, boy.
I'm taking money out my kid. Yeah, you took money out of your kid's pocket. When your ass told the coach, I don't want to start. In the Bulls series, this nigga said, I said, Chandler blocked me in game one, so I didn't want to shoot that ball because I thought he was going to block you. That nigga was on the bench. How you going to block you on the bench? How you going to block you on the bench, Kwame?
Tyson Chandler. Gilbert. Now, this is what's sad about this. Shout out to Tyson Chandler. Tyson Chandler ended up having a way better storied career than mine, numbers wise, all that. Great job. Champion, Olympian, all of that. But Gil, I had no problems facing no man. Gil, do you not know they brought Tyson to me not once, but twice? Do you not know that I don't have a problem scoring over somebody who's tall? No, I know exactly what to do, Gil. Trust me. If you go ask them, see, Gil, you want to pull up all the footage, and you seem like you can get the footage. Why don't you go ask them for the footage of the MCI Center, the workouts? That would be a great thing, Gil. I know you had the power to do it, but I'm pretty sure it would make me look so all world. You would never want to show that. I dare anybody in the NBA. Don't just talk. Don't keep saying I can't play. I dare any son bitch in the NBA. If you got enough gumption, let out those workout tapes of me against Tyson or anybody who came through there. Shane Battier, anybody who came through there. Let the public see those workout tapes. That's all you got to do. There's cameras at every angle of those gyms. They ain't throw that shit away. Let the tapes out and watch what happens. Stop faking this story, talking about Buzz and all this shit, because y'all brought MJ back because MJ wanted to own the team. And the same shit LeBron do. In order for those narcissistic personalities to win, they don't care who they crushed in the process. Somebody always have to lose to be around somebody like that. For their greatness to be what it is, they don't care who they step on. For that's life. For this roadway to happen, something has to no longer exist. For this farm that's right there, we're gonna have to take half of it to cut through here to make it an easement. We gotta go do something. So that's life. So Gil, the things that you saying, boy, it just don't make no sense. The things that you saying, boy, and that's why I'm against what LeBron James did. That's why I'm against what LeBron James did. That's why I'm against it.
Pass, 3 seconds. 3 seconds. Why you didn't shoot? Oh, Tyson Chandler was gonna block it. He did it in game one. He did it in game one. The whole bench was looking at this nigga like, what? But that's
Do you know how stupid that sounds? Do you know how many times my shot done been blocked? My shot done been blocked from Little League all the way up to now. I think having your shot block is just like breathing. That shit is normal, especially how much you go up the tiers. Like, I don't even understand. That shit is stupid. That don't even make no sense to even say something like that. He blocked my shot, so I don't want to shoot. What? That was your comeback. From me showing a clip of Etan Thomas, Eddie Jordan, and Anton Jameson all allegedly saying you effed up the team. Your only comeback is that Kwame didn't want the ball because he was going to get his shot blocked. Damn, this shit easy as riding a bike, Gil. God damn, your jealousy is showing through, boy. You're not going to respond to any of these other guys, huh? You're just worried about me going viral. Kwame trying to go viral? Let me say something. I'm trying to go viral because I reviewed a video that said exactly what I said in said video from your coach and the captain of your team. Your deflection tactics is all world, though.
The guy who wants to go at other NBA players and talk about them like he is considered a bust for a reason.
Now he wants to rewrite the narrative. I want to go at other NBA players for no reason. Oh, okay. So when I was on All the Smoke and they was bringing me up, I was going at them. Oh, I didn't know that, Gil, you arrogant liar. So I was going at other NBA players. It wasn't the other way around. It wasn't that they were bringing my name up. It wasn't that they always got to bring. My draft pick didn't have shit to do with Tracy McGrady. My trade didn't have a damn thing to do with Tracy McGrady. I was already out the league when Steven Jackson and that light-skinned punk was talking about me. So none of this stuff that you saying makes any sense, Gil. You little weirdos are in a go-along, get-along game. And y'all thought that shit was funny until I flipped the script on y'all crybaby ass. And then all y'all do now is cry to YouTube about shadow banning me, saying I just hate NBA players. Y'all go there and tell YouTube I'm crazy and I'm harassing y'all. You say everything to YouTube. Gil, don't lie. This shit is sad what you do, boy. You a sad individual, Gil. All because you don't want the truth to come out about yourself that you a piece of shit. I don't care that some people, I am a piece of shit to some people. Some people deserve my piece of shit side. I'm not trying to pretend. To some people, I'm a piece of shit because that's what they deserve. And you're going to get the energy that you deserve. But you just, something is really off with you though. Like when you hear the rules, you just got to say, you know what? Fuck the rules. I'm going to make my own. That's what you did. So a nigga watching you, a coach find you, you tear it up, throw it in the trash, do what you want. You tell him before you leave practice, you ain't coming to practice tomorrow. And then you don't come and he still get to play in the game. And then you want to come out here and tell everything I did. Yeah, I cop out to that. Yeah, I didn't. I said, I don't want to play here no more. I don't want to play with this shit no more. But you never want to talk about why. You want to leave it at, this is what Kwame did. That's the key sign of a narcissistic person that you are. You want to keep pointing that finger, Gil. But look how many fingers pointing back at you, boy. What did you do, Gil? Was it an actual team or did you ever undermine the coach? Did you ever do whatever the fuck you wanted to do, Gil? That is not a team. So I reject your whole statement that I quit on a team. I left an organization that allowed arrogant backseat baby degenerate like yourself to shoot on one end of the court for the fan pleasure because all they cared about is the asses that you put in the seat. Michael Jordan sucked the energy out of that room, kind of like LeBron James did when he left Cleveland. So the only thing you were there for, you big nose dummy, is that they didn't even care about winning. Ernie Grunfeld would have did anything in his power to keep that city from coming to the games. And you being an arrogant jackass and Agent Zero and shooting the guns, it was fun while it lasted because you brought income and revenue to that gym. So they overlooked all the stupid shit that you did. And unfortunately, you mad at me because I just told the truth about that shit. You want to make me look like the bad guy, but Gil, the difference between me and you is I'm saying that I hauled ass and I left the team. I'm saying what I did, Gil. I hauled ass and left your team that you ran into the ground with your bullshit antics. And I wanted nothing to do with a team that ran like that. And any other team in the NBA that's ran by a jackass like you, I would want nothing to do with that either, because that's not a team. Now, do you have anything to say towards that, Gil? Come up here and say that you never threw a fine slip in the trash and tell Eddie Jordan, fuck him, this your team. Say I'm gonna drop the link, Gil. I know you're watching. Come up here and say you didn't undermine Eddie Jordan. Come up here and say that what I'm saying is a lie, that I'm just hating on your career. You didn't undermine Eddie Jordan. We talked about what I did, Gil. I said I don't want to play here. What about what you did? Did you go to jail? Did Ernie Grunfeld get you out of jail? Huh? You always want to point that finger, Gil. I ain't gonna get no spanking, Gil. I left. Ain't nobody gonna spank me. What did you do, Gil? Since you want to say I quit on a team, why don't you and Ernie Grunfeld stop lying? Was y'all fucking or something? I'm asking. I don't know. Was you and Ernie Grunfeld having sex? I'm starting to think the way he was protecting you, I really think Ernie Grunfeld and you, this is just me. I don't know. I'm asking. Were you and Ernie Grunfeld in a secret sexual relationship? Because a GM, somebody in that much of a position, they got to understand rules and regulations. They got to understand respect. They got to understand authority. Why would they allow the player that they bring there, that is the one that's supposed to set the example and set the tone, why would they allow that player to do anything he wants to do? But then point at Kwame Brown about what he did. Kwame ain't come to practice. Oh, no, we got to write that up in the paper. You know how many times Gilbert Arenas missed practice? You know how many times Gilbert Arenas told the coach he wasn't coming to practice? And then Ernie Grunfeld would tear his fine sheet up. Well, Gilbert would tear it up, and then Ernie Grunfeld would just make sure you don't have to pay nothing. Were you in a secret love affair with the GM of the Washington Wizards? Because I was wondering, how is this man able to get out of jail and it not hit the newspaper? Ernie Grunfeld, I know Sino. Sino, when you do your video, make sure you do your video on who is Ernie Grunfeld's connection with the police department in Washington, D.C. Because we need to know who was able to not only get Gilbert Arenas out of jail, but to how did this shit not hit the paper? That's what I wanted to know. You some bitches at the Washington Post, y'all bitches write about me getting a speeding ticket in Georgia, but Gilbert Arenas go to jail in D.C. and don't nothing go in the paper. And y'all want me to believe that they ain't no go along, get along game? An NBA player goes to jail in D.C. His friends go to jail in D.C. and there's no news article, no trace of it, no nothing. How does this happen? How does this happen, Gilbert Arenas? That's why I know you're gonna beat your Fed charge. I don't know what you do to them white boys. I don't know. I don't want to know. But all I do know is whatever trouble you get in, you seem to always get out of it. And everybody else you around always seem to go to jail. And it's weird. That's why everybody kept talking about, you need to go around Gilbert. You need to do this. And y'all keep talking about the money involved. And I keep talking about, you just don't understand. Everybody around Gil ends up going to jail or end up looking like a little do-boy to him. And I ain't nobody do-boy. And it confirmed what I felt when he allowed Anton Daniels to complete and finish what he was saying about some guys that helped him be the #1 show. That was kind of weird. I'm like, this nigga don't know nothing about leadership. Nigga, you don't let no nigga finish no sentence like that. I don't know how this boy always get out of trouble, but he's very good at getting out of trouble, and he's very good with getting money from white people to flaunt it to niggas and then say, this is why he mad at me. I got a bunch of money, and it be their money. And so that's what the rappers do to you. That's what everybody do to you. So now that I know these people up close and personal, and I know they be fucked up in real life, that I don't really pay attention to all that money talk. I don't pay attention to really nothing they got going on. Because in the real world, no celebrity don't really move nothing. Not in the real world.
But as soon as you start talking about his career, you don't want to talk about that no more. Well, Dodger, oh, nice. That should have been an N one. Ooh, nice. Montecchio. Oh, don't spin. Oh, you gotta spin. You gotta hurry. You gotta spin. You gotta feel it. What? How you catch the ball in the purple and shoot a three? That's the only thing I don't understand about some of the plays these guys do. Where they catch the ball to then move all the way to the three. You catch that bitch in the paint. You stay in the paint. Dunk that motherfucker. And one, lady. You gotta get up the court, lady. Come on, Luka. Go ass up the court. Oh, Luka got 16, 5, and 6. Reeves got 9. Ronnie got an amazing 2. Kwame bust and played 12 years in the NBA. Kwame was a #1 pick. He made a whole $63 million in 12 years. Now, we can all do this. We know math, right? Hey, let's do math. 63 million divided. We're going to divide that by 12. He made $5.5 million per year. Okay? Now, let's look up his rookie contract. Okay? If you want to be a smart ass, let's do this. Kwame Brown, rookie contract. Now, a rookie contract is off of what you did in high school. So his rookie contract was a 3-year deal for $12 million. Now let's divide that. 12 divided by 3. Right? That's $4 million. That means as a rookie that has no stats, he averaged 4 as a rookie divided by a 3-year deal. You did rookie contract. Now a rookie contract is off of what you did in high school. Contract. Now, a rookie contract is off of what you did in high school.
That boy here stupid as hell, man. Why? Hey, how many of his friends went to jail in D.C.? Down there, all of them. And he came there thinking he was tough, and them niggas had to fight. Boy, them niggas in D.C. don't play. So they was in there fighting in the clubs and shit. He brought like 8, 10 niggas out here, and then Ernie made him send them all back. And he had to ship all his friends back home. Ernie said, hell no, they're not going to protect you no more. You got to send your friends back home. So that was the punishment. Your friends got to go. So his friends had to go. But Gil, oh my God, you so stupid. You said that my $12 million was set off of what I did in high school. First of all, that's such a bullshit lie. They preset what I got paid that year. Elton Brand, all those guys came in. The older players was getting upset because the #1 draft pick was slot in at $80-90 million. And that's before they were proven. So my year, because so many people were starting to come out of high school, the powers that be said, okay, this even worse, because you get drafted based on potential, because you couldn't even come out of high school, Gil. So to even say that wasn't even a lot of high school players come out of high school. You get drafted based on potential and projections. In college draft picks get based on potential and projection. Trajan Langdon went to Duke, Gil. Had a great career at Duke. He got drafted. Did that pan out that he was going to be a great player, Gil? No. He got drafted on his potential, his projections, and obviously he didn't stay very long. I got drafted on my potential and my projections. And sometimes when you get in the league, you hit little roadblocks like Michael Jordan and LeBron James, because whatever they want, they're going to get. That's just bottom line. But Gil, you are making yourself by your hatred for me, because what I say get up under your skin. By your hatred for me, you exposing yourself, because everybody that knows basketball, just think of what you're saying right now. Scap Attack can hear you. The guys that you're not paying, right? The guys that you're not paying. Dreamers Pro can hear you. Too Raw for TV, Carcino can hear you. People can hear you, bro. And you're literally telling basketball aficionados, big word like Willie Williams, that the NBA players get drafted based on what they did in high school. So, okay, Gil. So if that's true, you're saying you got drafted based on what you did in college. So you didn't even get drafted. So you ain't have what you did a lot of good work in college. So why didn't you get drafted, Gil? What did you get drafted for? Because you was a great player in college. You just didn't show up in the big games like always because you can't play no defense. But you choked at Arizona in the playoffs. Richard Jefferson ended up better than you. You're pouting like a hoe. And so you went undrafted. The best player on the team goes undrafted. Brendan Woods, or whatever his name, went drafted before you. I know you hated that shit because you were talking bad about his knees and everything. Everybody on that team got drafted except you, I believe. You went undrafted, second round pick, Gil. So if that story, what you said was true, that you get drafted based on what you do in high school, then that meant you would have got drafted based on what you did in college. And so, no, it's a lot of other factors that caused to get you drafted, Gil, but you basically was a bust before your NBA career started, and you don't want to admit that. You were coddled like a little baby because you had so much potential. You had so much game that people allowed you to be this jackass that you are today. And you say the most stupidest shit. And for some reason, well, I know the reason, but people say that you're smart. But if anybody listened to you for real, it don't even take long. If anybody just listens to you for real, they'll tell that you're not that smart. And maybe you only sound dumb to me because I actually know you. And so I know that anytime that you do try to sound smart, you either wrote it down on a pad that somebody told you, because you're looking down right now like you wrote something down. Because most things you always write everything down because you're full of shit and you're getting it from somebody else. And you got a lot of statisticians around you that just bring you stats. But Gil, this stat you can never erase. You are a way better player than your draft status. And the reason why you didn't get drafted is because you're a jackass. And nobody can change that history book. Richard Jefferson went before you. Everybody on that team went before him. Because I think, didn't another player get drafted and Gilbert didn't? Didn't his center get drafted? Somebody named Woods or something? A big center named Woods? I'm just saying, one of the best players out of California, the only thing that keep holding him back is that he's dumb. And you want to get mad at me for pointing it out. Everybody saying the same thing about you. You only want to point out Kwame Brown saying it. You not only are you dumb, you're jealous. Robert Woods, it was something Woods, big old 7'1" joker, light skinned, skinny. LaRon Woods, that's what it was. Did he get drafted before Gil? Didn't he get drafted? Then he had a left hand strong motherfucker on his team. I think he got drafted too. Gil, what did you do in college to make you not get drafted? Now that you say that, you said it's based on what I did in high school that got me $12 million. What did you do in college that got you no money, Gil? What did you actually do, Gil? Because now that I'm thinking about it, you are actually a great player on the court as far as offense. And that's enough for people to draft. What did you do in college for you not to get a bag? For you to go undrafted? What did you actually do? What are they covering up from college? It got to be something. Because it don't make sense, a player of your talent. They want to make Gil's story seem like he was a guy who developed from a second round pick into this monstrous player. No. That's the story that they try to tell you. The truth of the matter is this boy was already a great player. And this idiot fell to the second round because who went to the second? He went second round. He went second round, 46 pick KB. He got drafted 31 pick in the second round. So everybody got drafted except Gil. Gil got players that got drafted before him that I know. It eat at his soul that they got drafted before him. I know it do because on the court, Gilbert is a much better offensive player. Notice I don't never say nothing about defense. So Gilbert was a bust before he even started. So I'm a teenage kid and they gave me $12 million. Same teenage kid you were that went to college that didn't get no money, Gil. So what did you do? What did you do, Gil, to make sure that the NBA gave you no money up front? You'll come tell us one day.
So his rookie contract was a 3-year deal for $12 million. Now let's divide that. 12 divided by 3. Right? That's $4 million. That means as a rookie that has no stats. Second round. $4 million. For his career, $5 million. That means after his rookie year, the bitch was only worth $1 more million. What? Huh? You got a $1 million increase for 11 more years? You got paid whole dollars. Whole dollars. What are you talking about? He played 12 years because he was the cheapest thing moving. He was the cheapest. He was the cheapest center that you can get. Let me see Adonal Foyle's contract. Adonal Foyle was a center. He was a backup. Adonal Foyle contract. He was a backup. Meaning he backed up the backup. He was like 4 centers removed. He averaged 3 and 3, and he was making $8 million a year. 6 million, 8 million, 8 million, 7, 6. Come on. He made $63 million. Adonal Foyle. He was a backup. Kwame Brown. Let's just go.
Damn, Gil, this is getting redundant. More of the same. Money. You was a second round bum because of your behavior. Gil fell to the second round because of the way he acted in rookie draft camp. Yeah, he's a dummy. Because of the way he didn't show up at Arizona. And then at the draft camp, he came in there acting like a prima donna, and everybody not gonna go for that. He was never supposed to be a second round pick. If anybody think Gilbert Arenas, if y'all fall for this dumb story that Gilbert Arenas was a second round pick and that he was just a great guy who worked out and he slipped and he came out of the shadows. No, Golden State got your dumb ass at a discounted rate for 2 years because you a dummy. And you had to sleep in the gym because you was a dummy. Then when you got your mind right, focused on basketball, you got paid. And then once you got paid, you turned back into a dummy until you popped your knee. And then you went down there to Orlando to another coach. And then they told you to go home. Me, when I left Washington, I went to several teams. And guess what? Some of the coaches have spoken about me. And they don't say what they say about you. So it is what it is, buddy.
Kwame Brown. Just so y'all can see why he lasted that long. It wasn't because of his stats. Listen, he's so cheap. You can buy that nigga right now on your 24-hour fitness team. $1 million. Come on. And shit, and he made 25 from us. We signed him. We signed him for 25 and traded him to the Lakers. So at the 25, look, at the 25.
This boy is so stupid. He talking about we signed him. Now, look how close he is. Now he telling on himself. Who is we? You just played for the Washington Wizards. Who is we? So you was a part of the team now? I told you he telling on himself. So it's called a sign and trade, dumbass boy. You didn't sign shit. The Lakers say, hey, look, sign him and make it a trade to make this deal work. It's called a sign and trade. That's how you got Caron Butler and all the people that you got down there in Washington. It's called a sign and trade. You have to make the money work. Throw some players in. You had to pay. The salaries didn't work if my money wasn't up for you to get the Caron Butler, them genius. And if I didn't get conduct detrimental to the team, if I could actually stomach being around you without punching you in your jaw back then, I probably still would have got $60, $70 million, Gil. I was the number 1 draft pick, Gil. I know that hurt your feelings. You second round dummy. But it's okay, man. I know that you hurt, man. I know you hurt. You ain't in this first round shit. I get it, man. You know, Richard Jefferson got drafted in the first round. I got drafted number 1. You was a second round pick living in the gym. And it drove you to do great things. You played hard, and then you tried to be the man, and then you popped your knee. It's okay. You know, right now you got a channel. You're doing great, but that hateful spirit is still in you. So something else gonna come up. I already know it. You're you. As soon as they put a spotlight on you, you're gonna be you. So continue being you, Gil.
Plus the 12, right? That's $37 million. He signed $37 million worth of contract money by his 4th year. In 2010, he started.
Why this man counting my pockets, man? Why is he counting my pockets? This not the same thing? Why this nigga counting my pockets, man? And so he wants to talk about money. Here's the thing with a weasel like this. When you get conduct detrimental to a team, and he should know this, once he got conduct detrimental to a team, they didn't take no shit off of him. He was out of the league right after that. They told him go home. When you get conduct detrimental to a team, it shortens the years that they're going to put on your contract. It's like they don't want to trust you. So after that, it's a lot of 1-year deals, 1-year, 2-year deals. They don't want to give you the long-term money because they're looking at what they say you did. So with them not knowing that, hey, Ernie Grunfeld didn't run the Washington Wizards like a professional organization. He ran it like a man who was giving his son the keys to the gym to do whatever he wanted to do. And that's how he ran it. He ran it like he was Gilbert's daddy, and Gilbert was his son or his lover, and that he could do no wrong. You know, I want to own a business like that, and I wouldn't have my wife doing the employees like that. No, but yeah, Gil, this is a shame. Yeah, this is a shame. You up here still talking like this 20 years later? Gilbert counting pockets like a baby mama. Yeah, like. This is whole speak right here, Gil. You got to stop projecting yourself like this. He wouldn't run because his shoes. He wouldn't run because his shoes were new and white, and they dropped in the second round. They dropped him to the second round. This boy crazy, man. And then he said he wanted to be an international pimp. So, I mean, he might have gotten his wish. He wanted to be an international pimp. Gil counting pockets like Stephen A. That's what they do. That man, that's all he think about is money and counting money. And it's like, you know why the money is the way it is, so why you bringing it up? You know that conduct detrimental to a team doesn't go anywhere. It stays with you to every team. And so that just shows how much I was good as a player. He talking about that he was just so cheap. Yeah, they're going to get you at a discounted rate when you get conduct detrimental to a team, yeah. You know, same thing that happened to you. You got amnesty. Boom. You went from Gilbert Arenas, agent 0, to barely playing in Orlando. You was looking like a lost soul down there, boy, barely running around. And then you were driving up the 405, not knowing what to do. and they were still paying you all that money, Gil. You want to come up here and people say you so smart. And at that time, what you was making $20 million a year? So them checks that you was still getting, boy, I'm talking about you was getting them whoppers every 2 weeks. You probably getting a couple of $1 million every 2 weeks. And your stupid ass was driving up the 405 with nothing to do. You needed white folks to build your studio. And you was driving up the 405 with nothing to do. And they were giving you millions of dollars and you was just driving. You ain't thinking about building the studio then? I wonder how much money you fucked up trying to start new businesses. I wonder how many white boys you done let start new businesses with your money. You can tell these people on the internet whatever you want to tell them, Gil. I know you.
How many games did he start? And nigga want to use them years yet? He started. Hey, can somebody look? How many years did he start in 2010? Anybody look that up? And G and the guns? No, yet the money is what your value is, what you're worth. That's why it's what you're worth, right? Yeah, I know he had more impact. It showed. It showed. It showed if they redo the draft right now.
He said the money is the value of what you worth. When you got conduct detrimental to the team, and that's what he don't understand. There's variables that off the court that impacts your draft status, as you can see, Gil. There's variables and things that they bring into the contract negotiation. It's not just about your value on the court. And your impact of the game don't always result in the numbers, Gil. They can sit me down on the block with Shaq and say, no help. They can sit me on the block with Yao Ming, Antonio Davis, Zach Randolph. Then the list goes on. Al Jeffries, no help, Gil. Do you not know what those players were doing to other players and other teams when they stepped on the court? Do you know how much that breakdowns a defense when you got to send help every play? It was no help coming my way. Didn't need it, Gil. So unfortunately for you, you only think that a team revolves around shooting the ball in the hoop. But see, I was that old school nigga that taught you respect. Nigga, you can't score without the ball. You can't score without the ball, clown. So it starts on defense. So you always supposed to respect the nigga that can go get you the ball and that can stop another person from scoring. But you never was taught that. You the nigga that's always waiting on the ball. You always waiting on somebody, nigga. That was you waiting on the white boy. But it's all good. I wasn't a waiter. I go get it myself. And I could bring it up the court just like you. And you know that. But I don't know why you making this about me and you, Gil. I'm not the only one that said you was a jackass, Gil. I just played the video. That's all I did, Gil. I know this is what's making you talk. You're upset that Eddie Jordan and all of them confirmed everything I said. So don't get mad at me, bro. Just go and talk to the people that said the exact same thing I said and ask them why did they say it. Why are you just mad at one person, Gil? Your story, you can get people to believe some of this shit that you're saying. You're very good at manipulating the truth. You're very good at picking and choosing your battles of what you think it is. And so with my story, the average person would be crying about that story. Me, I'm not crying about that story because I know the truth. But see that you got some people believing this. But if you start examining what Etan said, you're not going to have this jealous story. You start examining what Eddie Jordan said, you're not going to have this jealous story. You start examining what Anton Jameson said, you're not going to have this jealous story, Gil. And Anton Jameson allegedly walked up to Eddie Jordan and said, we had a great team and we would have went further if not Kwame Brown. I was out the picture. He allegedly said if Gilbert Arenas, if Eddie Grunfeld wouldn't allow Gilbert Arenas to do whatever he wanted to do, the captain of the team is alleging that y'all would have had a better team. What do you say to that, Gil? Don't just keep this little shenanigans up trying to act like it's beef. Are you going to start a beef with Anton Jameson now? Can't nobody tell the truth about you without hating on you? Are you going to start a beef with Anton now? Are you going to start a beef with Etan now? Because somehow me telling the truth about you, I've been enthralled in this back and forth, quote unquote, beef. Beef, you got to see the person. I actually turned my camera off when I heard you start talking the way you was talking, saying that you was following me around and following me to hotels. I didn't want you to get yourself, well, not yourself, because I know you ain't stupid. You know me. I didn't want you to get somebody else hurt on account of you. Because there's a lot of people that are opportunistic and that'll do things for money. And you might have not have told them about me, Gil. You might be up here doing all this capping like you doing on the internet, and you might be up here lying to these people and saying what you're saying, and then you might get somebody in a situation seriously hurt. So when I heard you say that you was following me around and you getting up on these cameras and asking what hotels I was in and you was doing all that, I said, I can feed into this and get somebody hurt, or I can just turn my camera off, not let them play. Because you kept asking, you kept begging, why you won't turn his camera on? Why you won't turn his camera on? Remember that, Gil? You was begging and asking, why won't I turn my camera on? And I was doing that for you, Gil. I was doing that for your buddies. Y'all looking at the background, seeing where I'm at. But I noticed something. When you saw me in the background at my house, you never really saw anybody. Y'all just saw a drone. So I'm like, oh, this bitch ass nigga just posing. He's just a fake cat posing ass nigga. You talking all spicy over the internet and you making it seem like you chasing me. But I'll go live from my house and I'll be here for hours and nothing ever happens. You never seen anybody, never nothing. So I said, okay, is he trying to catch me on the road? Maybe he thinks it's something sweet on the road or something. So, okay, he might could think that, but let me at least turn my camera off. Because that guy that took pictures of me in DC, and it's unfortunate because he got a picture of that young lady that I was sitting with, and then you start harassing that young lady in real life because that's what you do. You bully women. And so you started bullying that young lady, and now that young lady don't say shit to me. Boy, I don't know what you be scaring them women and what you be having over them, but you got that little gay dude in DC to take that picture. And that was a good little trick you did. You sent a homosexual man so I couldn't get physical with him. So that was really good. That was smart of you. So once I realized you were doing little shit like that, and that was really smart, because 2 times homosexual people was trying to start a riff, and I don't know why, but that was real clever of you, Gil. But now that I think about it, that was real clever of you. But it's real clever of me to turn my camera off because I don't want to hurt somebody of the wrong group. And that's why I told you these groups are destroying us. Now, what if I would have reacted and I thought this dude was a dude like me and he ended up being, I thought I was protecting a woman and he ended up being in that community. I don't want to get no hate crime for trying to protect a woman. So, Gil, that was pretty smart. I like that. You were smart enough to send one of them at me instead of a guy. But I'm just curious how you know him. Like, he was taking pictures of her and shit. And I'm just like, damn. I jumped up out that chair. I said, hey, nigga, what the fuck is you doing? He said, what do you mean? I was just taking a picture. I said, he one of them. He one of them. I can't really. I said, damn, lucky motherfucker. Yeah, you good, boy. Where was I at in DC? I was at McCormick and Smith's? Where was I? I know the restaurant, I still remember. I remember we were sitting at the bar. And I told her, I said, get up and go over there in the corner. I'm going to slap the shit out of this nigga. And then when I went over there to go holler at him, he was one of them. Yeah, so I had to leave it like that. I had to leave that one like that, you know. Then he jump up, walk out. And that's when Gil got the picture. And that's when the harassment of that young lady started. So I said, okay, they're harassing women now. So let me not be on camera. Because they will harass any woman that I'm around. So I won't let them look at my glasses. I won't let them look at the scenery to harass women. Because don't harass the women, harass me. Because they ain't no harassing me. Don't harass the women. Just come at me. Hey, Gil, that was clever, though. I like that one.
He started 50 games. He was a starter for 50 games. He made $1 million. Who was the owner of that team? Just so you can see how hoish he was. A 7-foot center made $1 million from Michael Jordan and Michael Jordan started him?
7-foot center that had conduct detrimental to the team, who just had an injury, who's coming off injury, who's coming off surgery, and that after that year, I was supposed to get a 5-year deal, but they gave me long-term money, but they gave it to me in 1 year. All because they kept referencing this conduct detrimental to the team. And that's what he don't want to talk about. The conduct detrimental to the team kept coming up in every negotiation. So they said, I got $8 million the year following Charlotte from Golden State. So you go out and perform. You were injured the year before. You didn't get to play. Go out and perform. Because I had 2 surgeries in 1 year. I had those 2 surgeries. I got traded to Memphis Grizzlies, and then I went from Memphis to waiting on the team. So I had those surgeries. Or was that after that? Well, I'm messing up the timeline. Was that after that? This shit was so goddamn old. But either way it go, when you get conduct detrimental to the team and you got to work your way back in after injury, they're only going to give you 1-year deals. So the year after that, I got a 1-year, $8 million deal from Golden State. But I don't understand what any of this has to do with Etan Thomas and Eddie Jordan saying that you fucked up the Wizards. I didn't say it. They said it. And you keep bringing me up. I just played the video. I don't know what you're so hurt by, Gil. I see you won't hit this link and defend yourself.
He talking about being holed out. He talking about being holed out. Michael Jordan paid his ass $1 million and started him. Ouchie.
Every story this boy got is cap. Everybody go back and look. Nazi Muhammad was the starter on that team. God dang, Gil, everything about you, your Keisha is showing, boy. Ooh. Nazi Muhammad was the starter on the Charlotte Hornets that year. This guy is straight cap. God dang. Hey, Gil, it's okay, man. It's okay, dog. You'll be all right, man. It's okay. Whatever happened, man, I don't know what happened to make you lie so much on me. He paid me $1 million to come off the bench, dummy. And then Sadisa got a job, got hurt. Nazi Muhammad got hurt. Damn, Gil, a little research would have made you see this. That's why I say you got to stop the hatred, dog. Don't have hurt feelings when you talk about me, because people are going to look it up. Every center got hurt, Gil. Damn, you just lie like a rug. God, dog, Gil.
Ouchie. Eddie Jordan, yeah, Eddie Jordan didn't play majority of it.
Now he said, ouchie.
This year's made more money than Kwame. Ouchie. Somebody was paying that alcoholic. I think it was an alcoholic. Yeah, he can say whatever. Oh, 36 minutes, he was an alcoholic. That's why he didn't get the money he wanted. That's why nobody invested many years into him, because he drunk himself to sleep.
Oh, shit. Oh, Gil, I drunk myself to sleep. So I drunk myself to sleep, and that's why I didn't get paid. Gil, you got to come up with something better than that. God, that 13 years in the league, I drunk myself to sleep, and that's why I kept getting contracts, but just not the money I want? Huh? Hold up. Now, not ouchie. Yeah, he said ouchie now too. Man, this boy here said, God, dog, Gil. And then his face changed. I wish I could show his face. Boy, you got to see his face when he's saying this shit, boy. That nigga face is mad. Gil, you okay, man? Are you okay, Gil? Jesus Christ. Hey, man, I would pray for you, but I think the devil got you, boy. There's something wrong with this nigga, dog. You fucking drunk. Hey, look at how you talk. You fucking drunk. Gil, every time I was at a bar drinking, you said you was at the same bar drinking. Now, which one is it? You said you was there and we all was drinking and then Oak was downstairs. So was you there drinking or was you not there drinking? The night that you was out with Drea, was you drinking water or was you drinking alcohol? What was you drinking? Because almost every NBA player, we go out and we have our little fun. That don't got nothing to do with nothing. Are you going to get your ass up and get to work? What are you talking about? To hear an NBA player sound like this sounds so effeminate. All the niggas I done hung with and we hang out, we have a drink or two and turn up and go in, and this is what you talking about? God, dog. Your teammates can hear you, boy. You hurt, boy. I don't know what happened, Gil, but you hurt. Ooh, oh, you hurt, man. It's okay, Gil. It's okay.
You ask anybody he played with. He knew about that. He might not know the plays, but he knew about that bottle. He knew about that bottle. I can tell you that for sure. Great. Yep, call it. Let's go. Kwame rookie high was 19. Ronnie's was 17. Well, God damn. Oh, I like the idea. That would have been spectacular.
Bronny rookie high is 19 in what? The regular season or a G League? Gilbert acting like it's the time of the month. I don't know what's wrong with this nigga. Jesus Christ. Kwame have to realize this is more than obsession now in my tears eyes. I just want to know, what is he going to say? Like, what is his comeback going to be? We get it. Your same redundant comeback for me is that Kwame's jealous. Kwame don't have the money I have. Money. Kwame's mad. Kwame drunk. You said this. You say this over and over again. But what you won't say is anything about Gilbert. And now that Etan Thomas, Anton Jameson, and Eddie Jordan has said the same thing, shouldn't people be asking, hey, Gil, we get it. You don't like Kwame. Let's leave Kwame out of this conversation now. Because for whatever reason, you can't really have a conversation when you're talking about Kwame. So can we now talk about what Eddie Jordan said? That's almost just like what Kwame said, but can we speak about the things that they said? Or is it something that you got with them too that won't allow you to speak about what they're saying? Why are they saying you screwed up the team, Gilbert? I'm going to let you finish this, but I'm going to go back and play what Eddie Jordan said. I'm going to go back and play what Etan Thomas said. And if your only excuse is Kwame jealous, Kwame mad, then everybody got it all in a nutshell about you, Gil, because this looked bad on you, but.
Damn, for real? Wait, damn, for real? His 19 and 17? And that's crazy. No. Lovelace loaded. He was no 1,000%. Oh, and one. Oh. 1,000% of that. Now, y'all just think the first time I met Kwame on YouTube and he picked up the beer and I said, put that beer down. You can talk without the beer. Y'all think I just made that shit up? Or because I know who he was? And you think I'm gonna just come out of all these years, then 15 years, and we started to have a conversation for the first time? I'm like, yo, put the beer down, man. Come on, let's just have a conversation. Because I know.
Where would I be in a situation with you where you would ever tell me to put a beer down? I didn't even hang with you. What the fuck are you talking about? I never hung with you. I hung with Chris Whitney and Jahidi White. I never hung with you. Where would If you would have ever been in a situation around me where, because I would have been in a situation where everybody's drinking. If you'd have told me to put the beer down, everybody would have told you, "What the fuck are you doing over here?" Like, why would you tell a grown man to put a beer down? That don't even make sense. You know how stupid that sounds, Gil? These little narratives that you keep trying to run, again, okay, we get it. You got this thing with Kwame Brown. You're going to say all these things about Kwame Brown, but why won't you address the elephant in the room? Was Etan Thomas drinking too? Was Eddie Jordan drinking too? Was Anton Jameson drinking too? Is that your excuse for all three of us saying the same thing? Is that Kwame was drinking? Gil, you got to come up with something better than this. Go to your team. Go to your team of whoever that tells you what to say, your handlers, and y'all got to come up with something. Because just saying that Kwame's drunk is not going to work. You got three other people saying the same thing as the drunk guy. And Gil, anybody who ever drank know this. Drunk people don't tell no lies, Gil. So regardless of whether you think I was drunk or not, I was still speaking a sober mind. And the drunk me and the sober me know that you was a lying son bitch, and I want nothing to do with you. And Etan Thomas know it, Eddie Jordan know it, and Anton Jameson know it. And you the only one that won't want to face the truth, boy. Just face it. You are that guy, a piece of shit. And it's okay. It's all right. But don't say I'm lying on you. Don't say I'm hating on you. I don't need to be jealous of no man. I don't got no job I got to clock into. It's goddamn 12 o'clock. So calm down, Gil. Relax.
Ooh, he was an alcoholic. He need to get drunk to talk that shit. Obviously, as y'all know on YouTube. Get that bucket! Get that bucket! My bad. I can't talk to the freak. My bad, Luca. Get that. Get that. Let's go, Marcus. Go to lob. Go to lob. Hey, man, don't just be asking. Oh, okay, Marcus. Okay, Marcus. Okay, Marcus. Okay, Marcus. Yeah. That was a no call, man. Yeah, that was a foul. That was hand on. 2021, we Lakers, Dodgers, we won a championship in every year. Oh my God. Hey, LA, we dominated sports, man. I did not know. Listen, I did not know that. I did not know that the Los Angeles franchises here has won a championship every damn year. We got the Lakers and Dodgers to 2020, the Rams in 2021, the Los Angeles FC. I'm pretty sure that's soccer because I don't know about it. They won a chip. Oh, we didn't win one in 2023. I don't know what happened in 2023, but somebody won something. Either it was high school basketball or something. I'm pretty sure the Sierra Canyon girls won a championship in 2023. We just gonna add that to it. Then the Galaxy and the Dodgers, and then the Dodgers again. But we're gonna take that 2023. I think the Sierra Canyon girls won. The big three enemies. The big three enemies. Yeah, because most of the team is from LA. Woo! Go to say they're from over here, baby. They're from over there somewhere. Let's go, Jake. 2023, we won it, and we won. Yes, we did won the cup. We did win the end season. Hey, man, add that to the post, man. Add that to the post. Lakers won the end season championship. 2023. Ooh, nice move, nice move. Yeah, I think Bronny. I agree with you, man. Domio, that Marcus Smart has given, Bronny kind of like a little blueprint. Mo Nix, what's up? Welcome. All my YouTubers, if you haven't followed me on Playback, come on, y'all know this, playback.tv/Gilbert Arenas. You can watch these live games. Don't take away from the YouTube, goddamn. Go, Marcus. Okay. You can get to the basket. You can get to the basket. Oh, let me take it. Don't shoot a three. You don't shoot a three. You shoot a three. Oh, Rui with the follow. You looking good, though. Never trail. We never trail. Get your mouth right. You see them 9s in the league. We got the 32s. We got the 23s. We got the 77s. Oh, somebody got a Vando jersey in there. We ain't got no 11 or no 28. Y'all gonna move around. Yeah, we looking good. Looking good. When you're hopping back on Madden, I'm gonna play some Madden this week, and I need to play some Call of Duty. I need to get my shooting back. Hey, listen. I don't know if y'all heard Jason Kidd's philosophy behind why he's starting Cooper Flag. He said there's a couple of things behind him playing point guard. One is our health, because not healthy right now. 2, you like 10 minutes? I'll give you 10 minutes. And the Spurs game is finished. Oh, they got their ass. All right, so Spurs win the.
Hold on. Let me try to get this back up here. I don't know why he mad at me, man. He mad at me because Eddie Jordan them said what they said. I don't know what you arguing with me for, bro. I don't know what you arguing with me for, bro. Like, let me get to the part where they said this, bro, not me.
I got enough players here. I got you and Brendan and everybody else, in that position. To them, go back and forth to each other. But
it's a lie.
To them about a year. It's a
lie.
Yeah, it's not even. It's gotten to a point where it wasn't even funny.
And the thing is, I agree. And the thing is, it's like I don't know. And even
what y'all mean it got to a point where it ain't even funny? It was never funny. Y'all say it got to a point where it was funny. When we first got online, Gilbert Arenas said he was gonna put a pistol to my throat. Ain't none of y'all get online and say, "Hey, Gilbert, that ain't funny." Ain't none of y'all say nothing. How does it get to a point where it's funny when a person start off with that? Anytime he said something, he said pistol to your throat. He said we looking for you. He said we arguing with you. We doing this. How in the world that's us? That's a one-person thing. That's a one-person thing. And that's what happens when they don't want to hold somebody accountable. When they got this person that they've never held accountable for whatever reason, and they got this one person that they got a label on them and that they say is this and that they say is that. They always do this same thing right here. Well, y'all doing this. Y'all ain't doing shit. Go do something about it then? No, I ain't gonna go do nothing. I'm gonna sit back here and chill like I've been doing. Everybody else the one that's sending the threats. First thing that Steven Jackson, first thing that all them niggas did is, oh, hey, nigga, you want to do this? You want to do that? I thought I was the violent one. I thought I was the crazy one. I thought I was supposed to be this. And they showed who the real ones that do the violence, that do the talking, that do the crazy shit. Now I'll do the defending myself. I'm gonna do that. But that's anybody. Hello?
when I sat down and talked with the reporters and told everything, I was like, I don't know if any of this even matters now at the point where they are. I don't think if they even care how it first started, and it wasn't that you know what I mean. They've gone so far beyond. Yeah, I don't know if there's any coming back from it. They're talking about each other's families and their, you know what I mean, that doing with their. I'm like, that's, and I hope, and this is, you know what I mean, because I know Kwame's my man. You know what I mean? When Kwame went off on everybody that time when he was mad at, he was like F you. He was like, Tom Thomas, you cool with me, but F you, and it was so crazy because so many people started calling me like, yo, what's up with Kwame? Why is he cool with you? And but he went off on everybody. But I was there for the whole time from when he first got to the Wizards, and I saw how it was really like him against the world. Like
This frustration just built just over years, over months.
Now, see, instead of this guy that wasn't there the whole time, Etan was there the whole time. Now he want to write the story. Frustration over the months, over the no. There's a reason why Etan said what he said, and Etan's no more. Why would you cut him off on that point? They always got to do that. They don't want to hear the truth. They don't want to hear the truth. They want to make up lies and make up stories. One, don't forget how to play no motherfucking basketball. But that ain't got nothing to do with this conversation. Gil, let's get to the part where they are talking about how you ran the team.
Dynamic player, and he tried. Kwame would have to be. Yeah. It was just, some things that just didn't work well for him. That's all.
Yeah, it was unfortunate. But I mean, he wasn't. I hate when people keep saying he's a bust. I mean, Kwame because people. But it's that discussion with the different reporters. A lot of people came up to me about the Javaris Crittenton. So I don't know if the problem to it that they could, how he, they didn't show the redemption story on, you know what I mean, Gilbert, and he did this, and then he did that. I'm like, okay, you talked about that. I'll move on past that. But that's what drew the people, and I get it and understand what I was saying. You'll understand more what I was saying. I said that the person that I know deserves the majority of the blame, not all the blame, but the majority of the blame for that happening that they didn't show in the Netflix documentary was Ernie Grunfeld. And I said because the reason why is Ernie let Gilbert do whatever he wanted to do from the time he got to the Wizards, and it just got worse and worse and worse. It's like
So Etan Thomas literally said the exact same thing as Kwame Brown. So is Etan Thomas a drunk too, Gil? Is that going to be the way that you get out of this story, Gil? So, okay, Etan Thomas is a drunk. So let's not listen to Etan Thomas. This is what Gilbert would probably say towards somebody saying what they're saying about him. I guess Etan Thomas is supposed to be a drunk. Now, are we going to get to the subject matter of why are these men saying what they're saying? Why are they saying this, Gil? Doesn't make sense for you to keep talking about Kwame. This is Etan Thomas.
Gilbert was incredibly. He if that never happened, he'd probably be in Hall of Fame. You know what I mean? But at that time, Gilbert didn't have the personality that you could just say you can do whatever you want to do. He needed structure. He needed discipline. He needed rules. And you would attempt to make rules. And if he wouldn't do something, you would find him, and then Ernie Grunfeld would give him his money back. Like it was like I remember I would see Gilbert coming to.
So wait a minute. So I said that he gets fined and he tear things up and throw it in the trash. Etan Thomas said he'll get fined and Ernie Grunfeld would tear it up. So is Etan Thomas a drunk? Is Etan Thomas a drunk? I just want to know, Gil. Is that what White Zaddy told you to say? Because they came to my house and we was partying with all the bitches that you liked? Because at that time I had that N-word mindset. So I was partying with all the girls that you like at that time. When you pissed me off, oh yeah, we was drinking, Gil. We was turning up. But that was then. This is now. Do you imagine me trying not to make a decision to punch you in your mouth or avoid my contract? Yeah, I had a few drinks, Gil. But what does Etan or Eddie have to do with that, Gil? What? So are you going to answer what Etan said? No, probably not, because you can't run this drunk story. But I'm pretty sure you're going to go to Eddie Grunfeld and they're going to tell you, hey, say that Etan just is Kwame's friend and he ain't like Brendan, and that Ernie Grunfeld didn't like Brendan. You'll find something, Gil, to not take accountability.
The gym, and he would be in there early in the morning, working out, everything like that. Mm-hmm. Then he would leave and then be late for practice. And I was like, you late when you don't already worked out for 2 hours, but you didn't want nobody to know that you was working out. You know what I mean? But I was like, what you doing? But it was almost like he wanted to do things to prove a point that he could. And you know what I mean? And then Ernie, like supported him with anything. He never told Gilbert no. So there was a lot of things that happened before that.
He never told Gilbert no. How many of y'all got children? How many of y'all got children that react a certain way after you tell them no? What is Kwame Brown saying different than Etan Thomas just said? What did Kwame Brown see? It's funny. It's cool to say Kwame Brown jealous, Kwame Brown broke, Kwame Brown a drunk, Kwame Brown this, Kwame Brown that. Okay, cool. We'll leave that there on the floor. We don't even need to debate that. Etan Thomas is sitting there with books in his background, scholar, author, married man, said the same thing. How do you avoid the truth with him, Gil? What do you use to take away from him as an individual in order for you to get out of telling the truth now? Are you going to come up with stories about him too? He's literally saying the same thing I said, Gilbert. So what are you going to manufacture about Etan Thomas now? Because it seemed like the truth ain't in you. You always got to come up with hide the ball stories in order to not get to the truth. Is what Etan Thomas, not Kwame Brown, is what Etan Thomas saying about you true? Did Eddie Jordan let you do whatever you want to do? Did Eddie Jordan never tell you no? Did Eddie Jordan let you ruin a franchise that you call a team because you wanted to do anything you wanted to do? Come on, talk to me, Gil.
Point that he could. And you know what I mean? And then Ernie, like supported him with anything. He never told Gilbert no. So there was a lot of things that happened before that gun incident that would blow people's minds that Gilbert did. And Ernie okayed all of it, had no issues with any of it, and it just got worse and worse.
There's a lot of things that Gilbert did that will blow people's minds, is what Etan said. That's what he said.
My opinion. You can tell me if you think I'm wrong.
Anton. So when I told you I saw Antoine at a game, because I was actually scouting for St. John's. I was doing a little scouting, not scouting officially, but assistant coach at St. John's asked me to watch this kid, which lives about 15 minutes from me.
Okay.
So that's when I go to the game, and this kid I'm watching, his school is playing against Antoine's son's school. So that's why I got to see Antoine watching his son play. And Antoine and I sitting up there watching the game, and Antoine turned to me and said exactly what you said. He said, you know how good we could have been if Ernie didn't let Gilbert get away with a lot of that stuff. He just said that right out of the blue. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if Antoine wanted me to say this, but it's all in the past. But it's the honest truth. But he said, it was a great statement. He said, you know how good we could have been if Ernie didn't let Gilbert get away with everything. The fines, not paying this, not paying that.
Gilbert, call your team. Call your team, Gil. I want to know how you're going to get out of this one, Gil, when you have the head coach of the franchise at the time saying that the other captain of the team walked up to him and said, I wonder what we could have been if Ernie Grunfeld wouldn't allow Gilbert Arenas to destroy or get away with anything he wanted to. So are they hating on you, Gil? Are they drunks, Gil? What allegations are you going to put out about them? Huh, Gil? That was your white zaddy, nigga, and you know it, nigga. Don't get mad, nigga. I came out here saying you niggas got a zaddy, nigga. Your white zaddy finally gave you the cue to talk about me. And they came with the drunk angle because they came to my house and it was a bunch of bitches and a bunch of bottles. That's true story. It definitely was, Gil. Yeah, I think you found out about it too. It's not my fault though. Yeah, I was hurt. You pissed me off. But Gil, arguing with me about me is not taken away from what these individuals have said about you. You said you hate what I do because I talk about people as if I'm perfect. No, I copped out to what I did, Gil. What about you, Gil? These men are saying that you were doing whatever you want to do, tearing up fine sheets, missing practice. Why you ain't come to practice, Gil? Ain't that quitting on the team, Gil? How you up on a live talking about quitting on a team and you pretty much showing your team that it's not a team because you undermined the coach? Listen to what they said about you, Gil. You didn't come to practice. Antoine Jameson right here. If they didn't allow you to do whatever you wanted to do, they thought you'd have a better team, Gil.
And Antoine and I sitting up there watching the game, and Antoine turned to me and said exactly what you said. He said, "You know how good we could have been if Ernie didn't let Gilbert get away with a lot of that stuff." He just said that right out of the blue.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if Antoine wanted me to say this, but it's all in the past. But it's the honest truth. But he said it was a great statement. He said, "You know how good we could have been if Ernie didn't let Gilbert get away with everything, the fines, not paying this, not paying that." And I said this. I had a line with Mr. Poland. I had a direct line with Mr. Poland, and I said to Mr. Poland, "We're going to be disciplined." And look, Gilbert has his ways, and I always said this. I even drew this on the whiteboard.
I want y'all to listen to the verbiage in this next clip about this. Gilbert say, "I'm such a drunk. I'm such a this." How come I knew about this little rope thing that Eddie Jordan is about to say? I explained this story years ago. This whole certain people need a certain rope and all this other stupid shit. I said this years ago, and now he's saying the same thing. And pay attention to the language that Eddie Jordan is using. He said, "I had a direct line to A. Poland." Why wouldn't he be able to go to the GM? Because the GM didn't hire Eddie Jordan. He's basically telling y'all, I clashed with the GM. I clashed with the GM so much that I had to get the GM. I had to go to the owner. I could no longer entrust the GM. I had to go to the owner because a coach shouldn't be bothering the owner. They should go to the GM. But he's explaining to y'all, I had a direct line to A. Poland. When a coach says that, that's because he had to circumvent the GM. So Kwame didn't lie one time about you, Gil. You had a white zaddy in DC named Ernie Grunfeld. He probably is zaddy still now because of his connections. And you're going to keep you a white zaddy. You always have a white man above and over you, maybe even in you, because they always tell you what to do. And most times they tell you to go after strong, big, brave niggas like me that don't stand for people like you to just get away and do whatever you want to do. I was that nigga in the locker room like, nigga, what the fuck? Man, this shit whack. Y'all can kiss this nigga ass. This nigga doing some lame shit. He need to bring his ass to practice. Ain't no big eyes and no little you. Fuck that. And so everybody else sat around and well, not everybody, because some people would whisper and say something. I was more vocal about it. Hell no. So I don't have no problem with Etan. I don't have no problem with really nobody. I got a problem with that one punk that tried to get me to go with his agent, because at the end of the day, being the #1 draft pick, I was slotted to get more than 25 million. Everybody know that. A blind squirrel can tell you that. Anybody who know the NBA basketball, the only people that keep talking about how many points you average and all that, off your rookie deal, you don't get in no trouble. You keep your nose clean. Just like Tyson got paid, I was going to get paid too. But this right here is something that Gil don't want to touch. Ernie Grunfeld was best friends with former Chicago chief, then DC Metro chief, Charles Ramsey. I knew CIA, the black hole Cino, was going to figure it out. Mr. Charles Ramsey, the completion of the go along, get along game for Gilbert. That's how you got out of all this shit, boy. Charles Ramsey, huh? I wonder if I get an interview with Charles Ramsey and find out how many times you done came across his goddamn scanner and he had to let you go. Nigga say, I want to talk about NBA players. Nigga, I'm talking about you, nigga. And I'm talking about the few little clowns you had around. You thought y'all was some hot shit when you niggas really ain't nothing without your homeboy. Nigga always want to talk shit. Oh, he sounded gangster. He sounded this. No, I sounded truthful. Most of you niggas are some punks that hang around niggas that's tough. And then y'all talk crazy out of your body. And I'm the type of nigga that I want to get you. I don't want to fight your homeboy. I want to get you. So if you think you tough and I think I'm tough, then we should be tough together. It shouldn't be your homeboy. It shouldn't be your homeboy, because then that'll go to all kind of different ways. It should be you. Y'all should be better leaders than what y'all are. Y'all niggas really ain't no leaders. You supposed to be front line. Some of you niggas are such cowards that y'all can spark up so much shit just sitting back talking and fucking with people for no reason, and then going to hide behind your homeboy. Yeah, I just sparked up my swagger. I was giving y'all that, intelligent, breakdown. Now I'm sparking up my swagger. Cause this that real spiel. Some of these niggas ain't good leaders. If they was better leaders, they would do shit on their own and lean their homeboys out of it. Cause once homeboys get involved, then it get tricky. It gets silly. Ernie has a deal saying, if you arrest any of my guys, call me first. Nah, they ain't had no deal for me. That nigga said, if you arrest any of my guys except Kwame, call me first. It wasn't no deal for me. That deal was put in place for Gil. Yeah, that shit was put in place for Gil. That explains why the police never took him in like they did Chris Webber and Rod Strickland and Jawan Howard. I told you, this boy Gil keep us at it. I'm telling you, he keep us at it.
In the locker room. I don't know if you remember this. I said, if you have a regular road, a highway, and you have a middle line that tells you which side to be on the middle of the road. I said, now to go down the road, some of us walk this straight line down the road. Some of us wiggle a little bit out of the straight line. That's okay. But the road has a border on each side.
I remember
once you go outside that border, that's when I get on you and there's gonna be consequences. So I'll let you be yourself within this road where we're going, every individual. And so I don't know if you remember this, but one time Gilbert was really did about 2 or 3 things in a row.
Yeah, Gilbert heard that roll and that rope story and showed Eddie Jordan. That roll and that rope you talking about, nigga. I don't care nothing about that. Gilbert destroyed that road or that rope or whatever he said. Gilbert didn't do none of that. He skipped practice and told his zaddy on him. And his zaddy got him out of like always. All Gilbert had to do is score points. We could lose the game. As long as Gilbert scored 35-40 and make everybody in the crowd turn up, they'll find somebody to blame. Gilbert understands all too well blame basketball. He knows he's not a winner. He don't win. He plays blame basketball. Let me play good enough so they don't blame me. And that's why he has a talk show. Now he's teaching the rest of the people, find somebody on the team to blame so that the superstar could be a coddled little bitch who never take accountability for nothing. Find someone to blame. This is find someone to blame sports commentary. Find somebody to blame show. That's Gilbert Arenas. 1-4 flat is the only play Gilbert Arenas know as a point guard. Same shit on the show. 1-4 flat. That's the only play he know. And then, of course, he know how to gamble. He know to get the girls and gamble. He sure do. He know to do them duck lips, and he know to put the girls to gamble. I don't know what nigga do duck lips all day long. And Gil, judging by them bags up under your eyes right there, from one drinker to another one, that look like you've been drinking. I'm just saying, that look like you've been drinking. Smoking one with them bags up under your eye. So you can project. You can project, Mr. Goody Two Shoe. But you done had a zaddy over you. So I'm not really worried about what you talking about, nigga. You know how to do them goddamn duck lips. But I just want you to address the situation at hand. I don't want you to run all over the place and try to dodge from what I'm talking about. Gil was a bust. Because Gil was a bust because of his attitude off of the court. His behavior off of the court made him a bust. If Gilbert made $100-something million already, he could have got that money in the first round and could have got endorsements and all kind of stuff that come with it. In his mind, he think he won because he got drafted in the second round and it let him get to the big money first. But it still took away from him with endorsement and things of that nature. he got the Adidas deal. Those relationships are done in high school and college. But we're talking about being in commercials and all that other shit, that real money that Shaq and everybody touching. It's a different level. So yeah, you didn't get to that level money because of the things that you did. Just like I didn't get to a certain level of money because of conduct detrimental to the team. See, we all got levels. You just don't want to accept yours. You want to point the finger at somebody else's level, and then when somebody hold up that mirror to yours, that you was just a weenie dog crybaby who got drafted behind Richard Jefferson and a lot of people that you are upset about to this day. You know, what commercials were you in? I'll tell you in a minute. Hold on, let me show you the commercial. Show you right here. There you go. Tired of you talking.
That I said, okay, I got discipline really good now. So I said, Gilbert, you're not starting tonight.
I remember that.
So, and he got all pissed off and sit by his locker.
Listen what Eddie Jordan is saying. This is what he said, disciplining real good. He said there was a couple of serious things that Gilbert had done. And his way of seriously disciplining him is that he's just not starting tonight. That sounds so soft. That sounds so soft. Gilbert did so many things. I really had to discipline him. So I said, Gil, you're not starting tonight. What? That's it?
Gilbert was really dissing about 2 or 3 things in a row that
2 or 3 things in a row. And the only way we go discipline you is not start tonight. You're going to play. You just ain't going to start. They created this nigga, boy. This monster that's getting in trouble now, these organizations, these basketball programs, they created this shit.
let you be yourself within this road where we're going, every individual. And so I don't know if you remember this. The one time Gilbert was really dissing about 2 or 3 things in a row that I said, okay, I got discipline really good now. So I said, Gilbert, you're not starting tonight.
I remember that.
So, and he got all pissed off and sit by his locker. He was this and that. But it wasn't like he didn't play. He didn't start. So what's happening in karma is kind of real to me. I believe in karma. So and I didn't wish, no one wishes anything bad. But Gilbert goes in the game, and that's the night he got his knee hurt. He went in there, he's blocking out, what's the kid from Charlotte that jumped real high? Crash.
Who are you talking about?
Yeah, blocking him out, unless he was coming in for a layup.
Joe Wallace.
Yeah. So he turned and blocked, face up, and the guy.
And I bet Gilbert Arenas hate Eddie Jordan right now because he probably got hurt because of his attitude. I'm going to show him. He probably thought he was just going to go down and just sit out. I believe Gilbert hurt himself. I believe Gilbert was going to fake an injury just to show Eddie Jordan, like, you know what, I'm going to stay out. And then he ended up hurting himself for real, being stupid. I heard he hurt himself being, I believe this nigga hurt himself being stupid. KB, you don't know how much not starting hurt and affected him. Man, not starting, Gil don't give a F about not starting. Gil don't give a F about not starting. And if he cared about not starting, then he shouldn't have been doing the things he was doing. His ass should have been suspended. But like I said, God had a plan for that leg since he ain't want to listen to nobody. Everybody gonna be made to listen to somebody. You might be a badass, but God got a plan for that ass, boy. Boxing out, career-ending knee injury. But you mean to tell me the great Gilbert Arenas, Superman acting nigga, went down from boxing out, a career-ending injury from doing something that you do every day? So you mean to tell me he wasn't playing defense so much so that he didn't even know how to box out? How the fuck you hurt your knee boxing out when you supposed to have your back to the guy anyway? Man. Tough break, Gil. But listen, man, there's no need for you to be mad at me, bro. All I did was go over the actual video. And until you respond to Anton Jameson and Etan Thomas and Coach Eddie Jordan all saying the same thing about you, I'll take it that I've been right this whole time. There's no need for you to keep talking disrespectful, showing threats and showing family members, all because you heard that I told the truth about you. What sound did his knee make? You Kwame, you crazy, dog. I'm just saying. Crunch that shit up, boy. Guy was like, you gonna stop playing, boy. Crush that knee up right on up, boy. Had you driving up to 405 in isolation. Gil, don't think that can't happen again now. It can get worse this time. You better take heed from the last time and start telling the truth, boy. It can get worse this time. You can be up in a cold cell for 30. It can get worse. See, everybody gonna be made to heal, Gil. You can't just go around this motherfucker talking the way you talking, acting the way you acting, boy. The lying ass shit that you've been doing, you gotta stop. No. I ain't perfect, never professed to be. But the shit you do to people, no, it's too much. The suing, the fake suing, all the shit that you do to people, boy, no. You do too much. You like a evil Dennis the Menace, nasty, little evil. You only smart when it come to devious shit. You know how to do devious shit real good. Now you real smart when it come to that. Yeah, he was driving down the highway, 1-4 flat. We're gonna do it again, goddammit. Fuck Kwame. I heard the parties that they had, they making jokes about Kwame. They tried to sleep with all the girls that I left back there in DC. They were happy about having sex with some of them. I'm like, why did he all for a little old bus? Damn, I got control over these niggas. You ain't trying to fuck every girl that a bum ass nigga got. You want him because that nigga's a boss. Hey, Gil. Hey, you can't go overseas right now, huh? Oh, okay. And Melly just flying all over to Paris and shit. Mm-hmm. She flying over to Paris, huh? Mm-hmm. Oh, Melly, she flying to Paris, huh, Gil? Okay. And you can't go out of the state, huh? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. That's your wife, huh? Boy, you lucky. You lucky I can't. Hey, we'll start the game back up, Gil. Ding, ding, bitch. You in. You got a wife now, though. Ooh. Boy, that'll hurt. Ooh, you got a wife. That'll hurt. Gil, that'll hurt. That'll take it to another level, like. Ooh, yeah. Dum. What have you done for me lately? Dum. Let me get on this bike. My leg fixed now. I can do squats today. Ooh. Let me get my body back into Greek god status, like Coach said. What the hell Coach was doing looking at my body like that? What the fuck? What kind of shit these motherfuckers saying he got a body like a Greek god? I got to start watching these coaches and shit that are watching me. They are all downstairs at Gil. I know the nigga watching the link. I don't know why he won't hit it. He's scared. He's scared to come up here by himself. If somebody was on the panel, then he'll hit the panel. Cause then he can act all like he above me and I don't want to talk to him. I just want the other person to talk. You always trying to say something. I'm always trying to say something. It's my panel. If you notice one thing about that nigga, if Will and a couple people hit the link, boy, he'll come running up here. Cause then he can say, well, it was other people on the panel. But when I'm up here by myself, like, just come up here on the panel. We're gonna have a conversation. Boy, he always got to cuss, shout, get tight, get mad. I just want to know, what is your response to Etan Thomas? See, he ain't going to be able to answer this question. He ain't coming up here for this. What do you say to Etan Thomas, Eddie Jordan? This ain't a beef question. It's just a regular question. What do you say to Etan Thomas, Eddie Jordan, and the guys saying what they said about you? I want to know. Do tell. Yeah, we'll wait. Let me drop the link. I don't think he can have a decent comment. This is how y'all know he's scared of me. He's scared of Sino too, but Sino got a video coming for his ass. He can't have a regular conversation. Etan, Anton, and Eddie downstairs, Gil. Now man up and stop talking disparaging about Kwame Brown and answer why is the two captains of the team. Eddie Jordan didn't say you was a captain. He said Etan Thomas and the rest of the brothers was captains, not you. So Gil, hit the link. I know you watching. Don't be scared. Show everybody that alpha in you. So you can lower your voice and just talk. Show that alpha that's in you. Don't wait till somebody else hit the link. You hit the link. Cookies, Joe. Kwame, your knee fixed now. Melly might want to get tossed up in the air by a 7-footer. Kwame, you want to hit Gil panel? Hell yeah, I hit his panel. I'll embarrass Gil anywhere we go. All he gonna do is yell and shout. I know y'all think Gil is just genius and all that. That shit make me laugh every time. He answers no real questions. He try to filibuster and take 20 minutes of your time just to answer one question. His questions come with a story. His answers come with a story. It's like, nigga, just answer the question. Remember a time back when we was walking out this way, and over there I said this, and over there I said that. Well, Gil, what does I got to do with this? Hold on, you're interrupted. Like, man, nobody don't want to hear all this goddamn shit. Nigga ain't gonna come up here with that. Y'all, it gotta be 5 people on the link for him to hit the link. If 4 or 5 people was on the link, he'll hit the link. The last thing he want to do is have a conversation with me. He can't. He gonna make it an argument. He gotta make it an argument. You ask him one question. He always want to talk. Gil, it's my show. I'm supposed to want to talk. No, you always want to just over talk everybody. Gil, stop talking in the cliche and just talk to me, bro. Just answer the one question. God damn it! See, I gotta go. If you want me to come on your channel, I'll come on your channel. That man just said he think all NBA players are dumb and stupid. He think he got more money than you. Let's play big bank, little bank. Oh, you don't want to hear none of that, huh? You don't want to hear none of that. You just want to argue with Kwame. Okay, Kwame up here chilling. Go out my door. Making all that noise. Go on out my door. Oh, he don't want nothing to do with Sino. Now, Sino ain't gonna yell with him. Sino gonna wait till he finish yelling, and he gonna say, "Okay, Gil, but I understand. But what about this?" And then he'll eventually just jump off Sino link too. Bring Kwame up here. Let me yell at him. That's all he do. I guess it is smart to deflect and run all the time. It is smart. That nigga is no chill Gil. The Fed's watching. He better shut up. Hey, I noticed he been charting the vanish mode all about Texas. I said, Gil, what the fuck is vanish mode gonna do? Vanish mode ain't gonna do nothing. This nigga vanish mode and everything now, boy. Come, Order. Steely fan? Yeah, that nigga, man. That nigga vanishing mode all our text messages, boy. I'm like, Gil, ain't no such thing as vanish mode with the Fed. That's why I was warning you, Gil. I'm not a Valley boy, so I was warning you. I said, Gil, you want to stop texting me shit like this. You want to stop showing me this much cash, brother. I know you want to show me you're a big dog, but you might want to stop showing me this shit because you're going to go to jail. I'm fucking the judge. Okay. All right. I hope you fucking all of them. Yeah, that's the type of stupidity that he say. When you give him a logical answer, he say something stupid. Send you the pictures too. That's that girl right there. Look at her. She's a judge. Oh, okay. You're sending that to my phone. Somebody who don't like you. Imagine what you're telling the feds. I know. See, I don't think Gil snitch. I don't think he has the brain capacity to even understand what snitching is. Because he done solved his own case on my Instagram. He done made the feds case for them on my Instagram alone. So I just don't understand. I just don't think he understands what he should be saying and what he shouldn't be saying. So he just doesn't know. You know how Trick Daddy made that song, She's a Hoe, but she can't help it because she don't know it? Yeah. I think it might be one of them situations with Gil. He might be a teller, but he can't help it because he don't know it. He just that's just the way he is. What? I didn't tell him anything. I just told him what we did. That's not something big. We didn't do anything. This motherfucker here, boy. Yeah, he said, I told him, I said, bro, you done sent me all this shit you sending me, man. Your ass going to jail. I said, boy, what is you doing? You just don't know about this boss shit. I'm fucking the judge. They all be at my games. I'm like, okay. And then as soon as this case come out, this dumb motherfucker start vanishing mode every day. I was like, boy, you so stupid. I told you. I never put it up on the internet, but I can say it all now because the feds, the vanishing mode don't work for the feds. He gonna say, Kwame telling on me. You dummy. If they investigating everything, they done investigated everything about you. I know the way the feds work. Mm-hmm. Oh, he tell everything. When he in showboat mode, boy. When this motherfucker in showboat mode, boy, he showboating the real situation. You a dummy. A good thing that Gil ain't no goddamn on YN, no unaliver. Cause he'll tell on himself. He'll be like, Gil, you ain't no real nigga. You don't unalive nobody, nigga. He'll be like, I'll take you to the bodies. There's one over here. Go dig over here. You'll find 3 motherfucker fucking with me. He'll tell on himself. He's just like, look here. Go over here. Go pick him up. Nigga always got to prove something. Nigga every day, all day trying to prove something. That was his response to me going over a video. That shit getting old, Gil. Your response to me just going over a video that somebody put on the internet about you. You know how you tried to just be this nice guy and say, oh, what? I wasn't talking bad about Kwame. I said he'd be the 3rd pick. Now people are starting to see you having one of them moments right here. I didn't do nothing but go over a video from my former teammate and my former coach that pretty much said the same thing that I said about you. They even used the same name and used the same language. Ernie Grunfeld let you do whatever you want to do. Now, why you ain't talking about that, Gil? Why you keep going to stats and how many points you scored, how much money you made, and you keep trying to misdirect the people with laughter and stupidity. But the adults in the room starting to see a clear picture of you, boy. You keep going back to money, back to this, back to that. This is one of the hottest coaches in the league at the time is saying that pretty much he had to have a direct link to the owner because the GM was pretty much undermining him at the time. Same thing I said, Gil, that people tried to dub as hate because I'm so-called jealous of a nigga that was driving up the 405 with money still flowing into his account. That's a crazy boy. He likes living life too fast. He likes to play the blame game. The boy is sad. I've been busy, but I gotta make a phone call today. That done pissed me the fuck off. I gotta make a phone call today. I didn't want to do this, Gil. Now I'm gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to keep this shit on whack, keep between me and you, you know. I ain't want to make this phone call, but now I'm gonna make that phone call now, Gil. See, don't talk about, oh shit. Yeah, I'm gonna make that phone call now, Gil. No amount of money is worth brotherhood and true friendship. Man, that man ain't grow up with his mama. That man don't know nothing about life. That boy grew up savage. Cutthroat. That's all he know. That's all he can talk is money. But Gil, please respond to Ernie. We done heard all the spiel about me. Everybody done heard the same redundant spiel. So at this point, we're gonna need you to respond to Ernie. And we're gonna need you, I'm not Ernie. We're gonna need you to respond to Coach Jordan and Etan Thomas, please. And Anton Jameson. I'll need you to respond to those people. He a savage, boozy, however that song goes. Can he chop down a tree? Hell no. He can't respond to them because they not stupid. Oh, so you think I'm stupid? Oh, okay. Be that as it may, everything I said was truthful. He about to try now. He can't. There's nothing he can say. I'm telling you, though, I know what he's going to say before he even try to say it. He's going to say that Eddie Jordan don't like him. And he's going to say Eddie Jordan didn't like Brendan. And he's going to say Etan Thomas is my friend. But Etan Thomas is a solid dude. He's going to stand up either way it goes. He don't agree with some of the shit that I say. Most of the shit that I say, he don't agree with. We grew up different. It's a different upbringing. But I can respect that he's going to stand on what he believes in a respectful way. I can respect anybody that do that. Talking about down hand sound. Yeah, hell yeah, JJ. They gritty like sandpaper. Once I saw him running and crying from that pet snake on the show, I knew then, Man, that nigga, I told you, if Melly was there, he'd have hid behind Melly. He liked to play that effeminate role so he can get him a zaddy. One of them zaddies in there was like, ooh, I got you, Big Daddy. Yeah, you don't know what tamper down role to play to get him a zaddy. He know. He played that submissive bitch role real good. Y'all keep calling what I'm saying hate, man. I just be chilling, man. I really wish I didn't know the shit that I know, because this shit is troublesome. Like, I really wish I didn't know the shit that I know. I really wish I could let you all just be foolish and believe in these niggas they tough and like they all that. I really wish I just didn't know all the shit that I know. JJ Tamai just like to make me laugh. For real, damn, man, I be hating to know all this shit. Shit frustrates you. You what? Come tell me in a therapy session. I'm not allowed to tell laugh out loud. SJ, man, listen. Man. Change my bandage on my leg. Yeah, I gotta take my anti-inflammatory today. They swole up on me yesterday. Tell my no Vaseline. Hey, but listen, Cino, man, you gotta go live, man. I'm ready to check your joint out. Yeah, Etan a real one. But yeah, man, I'm gonna get up off this thing, man. I'll be back. I got some things I need to do real quick. But hey, somebody go live, Cino or somebody. Unless I see some breaking news, I do got to do my little NBA dumb boy talk. I gotta come back and do that. Or maybe I'll make a pre-record. Or maybe I won't say nothing. Because that boy there, Lord have mercy. But y'all have a blessed day. I'm up out of this thing. I'm gone.